Ever worn a condom to go
Should have
swimming?
brought more beers.
Dude.
What was I
Dude.
thinking?
You remember the fucking Bridezilla cringe?
Nope.
This is pretty on part of that.
I can't say I've ever worn a condom to go swimming.
So it's called 90 Day Fiance.
You guys want to hear something? Hold on. Sorry, please hold that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're gonna really want to hear this.
I want to hear it.
It's embarrassing.
I don't want to hear it.
Tell it on the mic. I can't hear you.
Okay, so you're gonna want to hear this. It's really embarrassing.
Should we tell this
about
in-
my landlord?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, let's see. I believe.
So this man,
You guys ready?
And in one
in one
tiny
moment, I'm telling
Okay.
an embarrassing story about my landlord.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll edit this
frequently,
out.
recently, I've been finding like Trojan condom wrappers in the bathroom garbage bin.
like the rubber part.
No, the
Just the wrapper?
The wrapper, and they're sure as shit mine, cause I take that shit straight to the dumpster. And he fucking, I've started seeing him like when he gets up to leave the house after he hits the bong to smoke a cig. This man has a Trojan condom, like a fresh one, just laying in bed next to him.
Dude, he jacks off with
He
condoms.
jacks off into him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this dude's baiting with condoms.
Now
Dude,
that's
you're spending
interesting.
$20 like a couple of weeks for
This man has a
masturbating.
fat ass box of
Dog, that's
Trojan
expensive.
at the foot of his bed.
Dude, that's fucking weird. Oh, I guess
Well,
it makes
okay,
me last longer.
it's honestly-
it makes me last
it's-
longer.
It's only weird in the like sense of like the Jew in me, where I'm like, I'm not spending that much money to fucking jerk off. Although I can see where like getting the lubrication from the condom might be nice, but that's about it.
No,
I can't even
sir.
barely keep my dick up with a condom on. What the
Yeah, I
fuck?
fucking hate condoms.
Jerking
Dog,
off
Dog.
with them on?
Oh,
Like,
you know
why?
what?
You don't like-
we should just get right into talking about that. That's a fucking. I've been talking.
What about how condoms
go.
are the
How
worst?
condoms
That'll be
suck.
the first topic. All right, let's
Dog.
start this episode.
All right, let's do it. Episode 53, year 2, motherfuckers. Ba 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 ba. Booyah. In 3, 2, motherfucking 2.5, 1. Oh, also I found your intro song, so got 'em. Booyah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Motherfuckers are so sensitive. The whole country's turning to bitch ass niggas.
Let's go. It's the same everywhere I go. Every time I look, G, it's all a bunch of offended, uptight pussies. Society, where's your balls? Political correctness done turned you soft. It's like you can't even tell a joke these damn days. It's like a good joke's a floppy dildo you pussies can't take. Just get ready, okay? The shit talking cunts don't give a fuck what your gender or race. So bitch, you're pissed off for what? Use a pussy and this the shit talking cunts, So bitch, you're pissed off for what? Cause you's a pussy and this the shit talking cunts, Roll some ball!
The Shit Talking Cunts Podcast with your host, Joey O'Neill. Sit back, spark up, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Bastard Sermon.
Oh shit, what's up, you bad motherfuckers? It's time.
What's going on?
It's time.
For another episode of the Shit Talking Bastard Cunt Sermon with your hosts, Cody Hucker.
Patrick Seda.
Luke Young.
And Joey Irish.
How are you,
O'Neill.
Joey? What happened? Was there a Facebook delay?
What
A
do you
whole year of podcasting. We don't know how to do intros.
No.
So we were talking about some weird shit before, because the
About
past 2
condoms.
days, the past 2 days have been a fucking emotional roller coaster. I died.
That's one way to put it.
But basically, we were talking about masturbating, and we know someone that fucking masturbates with a condom on, and I just kind of am like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Who
weird.
does that?
That's fucked up. Like I don't even really know what to do with that. Like, it's very. It's first of all, someone needs to call the police and make sure that guy's not a serial killer, because that's just fucking. I don't know about you guys. I think maybe once ever, just out of curiosity, I jerked off with a condom on.
Let's think logically here. Why would you wear a condom while you're jerking off? Like, why? What to last longer? You think that's what it is? Like, or to clean up the mess? You're spending $20 like a week and a half every 2 weeks to fucking jack off.
I heard it was a thing, but like I didn't know it really happened.
I mean, why would you fucking wear a condom to jerk off unless you're trying to not come the entire time?
Pregnant.
I can't not keep my dick up in a condom. It just isn't happening. That's not a thing that my body's capable of doing. Like, I don't like why
condoms suck.
Condoms are the worst thing ever.
They're terrible.
I guess they prevent disease and pregnancy, but I mean, I'll risk it because like they're fucking terrible. Like, can I get a blood panel real quick? All
Have
right,
you
you're
fucking
good. I'm
raw
good.
dogged it? It's like you don't want
so
anything else but that.
So I'm just thinking, like, this dude is buying condoms, and the pharmacist is like, "Oh, this dude's getting laid." No, he's just jacking off in the condoms.
Well, that's my thing. That's
Weirdo.
to me, that's the biggest drawback is the cost, really, right? Because you're talking. I mean, how many condoms? Let's assume he's going with the big box. Now, that's got to be what, like 10 condoms in a box, maybe for like $20 less.
No, there's probably like 30, 40 or something like
Pat
that.
said it like he doesn't
Lord.
know. He knows exactly how much.
Big box, dude. I think the small boxes.
I
have,
buy
like,
the deluxe
10,
box
12.
every 3 months.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
a lot. Now
they're
they're
expensive.
So wait,
There's-
Pat, you're saying you think that he just buys it to like impress his CVS clerk when he
No,
goes
I'm
over
just
to-
saying that I bet he has that kind of ego as he's walking away from the register, like, that dude thinks I'm getting laid. And then he looks at his hand and kind of frowns a little bit.
Do you think that it could be
I
just
don't ever have.
I mean,
sex.
I bet it probably. Now it's definitely, if we look at it logically, it's gonna help with cleanup, right? Because I mean, it's all just going in one place. Now that also it's a dual point, because if he's getting lubed condoms, like, you're still gonna have like a bit of shit. You gotta get lube off your dick. So you're still either way gonna have
And then
residue.
that smell.
And the
The
smell.
rubber latex smell.
Spermicide.
You all know what I'm talking about.
Ugh,
The
yeah.
condom nasty
The-
smell.
dude?
the one that makes me
cleanup
go
factor is
limp.
what I was gonna say. What? Sorry, what, Joey?
I was just saying, yeah, it makes me go fucking limp the second I smell it, because I know that my dick's not gonna
Yep.
have as good of a time.
It's not a
Yep.
good smell.
Absolutely.
It's like putting that fucking expandofoam around your dick before you put it in there. Like, what are we? Like, you're basically fucking the condom hole at that
It's-
point. Like, I could fuck my couch then if that's the case. If it's just gonna feel like my dick going in and out of rubber, like, why do I gotta like?
I can just jerk off.
Yeah, I'll just jerk off. Be way better.
Yeah, like-
way skin.
At least skin's touching
even
skin.
if it's my own skin. I don't care. Even if I'm doing it, like, way better, 100% than wearing a condom and having sex.
You know what's weird is that there's people that buy female condoms, which they put on and then they stick inside them.
Is that real?
That is Ralph.
That's a thing?
That is a thing. Look it up.
Wow.
What is it? Is it like,
Female condoms. It's like it's a large. It looks like
it's like
pad,
it's like-
and they put it on themselves and it goes inside and that's what you fuck.
it looks
I
kind
knew
of
that
like
there
you
was
fold
female
a
condoms, but I didn't know the design.
yeah, it's like you fold this little thing in half is what it looks like. It's like, it almost looks like you take a pussy-sized poster note, fold it in half, and put it in there. And I guess that's supposed to catch the cum. I don't know.
I wonder, could you put ceramic glaze in there and have her stand on her head for like 30 minutes and it form its own like barrier, and then you don't have to
That's
worry
a
about
trip
it?
to the hospital.
Wow.
bud.
Come on, Pat.
But seriously, do you think someone's ever? I'm sure people will have like used grocery plastic bags as condoms in like history.
I know somebody that did that. It was this fucking dude that
Are you
used to
Yeah,
fucking
you told this
serious?
story in the podcast before. But go on, tell it.
This dude used to like hang out at this fucking bedbug crack house that like my 14-year-old friends would go chill at or whatever because we didn't have anybody else that would smoke weed with us and shit indoors. We'd always be outside freezing, smoking blunts and shit. So we're over at this bedbug house and this dude comes over all fucked up and shit. And he's talking about like how he just drank 340s and fucked this bitch in the woods, but he didn't have fucking condoms. So he had to take a Kroger's bag and wrap the end of the Kroger's bag around his dick and like rip it off and then fucking rubber band his dick like at the base and then fuck this girl in the woods drunk with like a Kroger's bag and some rubber bands.
That's like, it's like taking
one's
saran
enjoying
wrap.
that. No one's enjoying that because that's got to hurt the girl
Dude,
too,
that's
right?
just work for the dude.
Bentos.
That's got to be just work for the dude. Like, how do you even enjoy that? You're like, I'm in the woods.
No one's enjoying
I'm,
it. They're just
I'm having
like,
to
doing it
stand
because
or
they
have
feel
a
like they
twig
have
up
to
my
do it.
ass. Just stand or have a twig up my ass. I'm out here. I'm freezing. The temperature's not right. I'm uncomfortable. There's all this pressure to perform. I've got 30 layers of shit between my dick and her pussy. Like, Oh, unreal.
Got a rubber band around your dick.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm just gonna say that's a waste of money because I mean, like, I was even gonna give him like, maybe just using the lubrication of the condom. Like, yeah, sure, that feels a little better than your hand, but when you finish coming, like, I don't know, I feel like you just have a greater sense of shame, like, oh great, I just like fucked myself with a plastic, like hollow cock essentially.
I just want to know why. I want to know why. I want this person to tell us why they do this, and we're not going to judge.
There's people. It's these people.
Anyone? Yeah, there's fucking lots of people that do it. But
we can't talk about the specific person that did it.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I just have to say I don't know why, but like Patrick's voice is like sounds to me for some reason like lower than it normally is. Maybe I'm just like
me.
Yeah, I don't know why, and not bad.
Do you do it?
No, but
is that a sign that he's guilty, Joey?
What?
Is that a sign that he's guilty,
I don't do that
Joey?
shit. Are you? What the fuck?
Oh, is that the direction that Joey's going? He's saying that because his voice is deeper, he's picked up on something.
I
here?
never done.
No. I just keep giggling because he vaguely like his voice is reminding me of Buffalo Bill as he talks. Like say like it puts the lotion on its skin. Say that line.
Are you about a size 16?
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Or else it gets the hose again.
He's kind of got that weird vocal thing.
Put the lotion in the basket.
No, was she a big, great, fat person? It's kind of like he's got like. Was she a great, big, fat person?
It sounds just fucking like it.
Yeah, and then when they're in
I don't know if you're hearing it
on
the
its
same.
skin or else it gets the hose again. It does this whenever it's told. Mister, please, my family has a lot of money. Please don't do anything. Please, mister. I just want to go home and see my family. Put the lotion in the basket. Please, mister. Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
What the fuck, dude?
Holy shit.
How many times have you seen that
I don't know if
film?
it sounds that way to you guys, but on my end, I'm hearing straight up Buffalo Bill realness. It's awesome.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, speaking of like last night's event, someone Buffalo Billed us. God, to the fucking Olympdicks. That's
Let's
what
get
we did.
right
Let's
into
fucking
that.
talk about that. Speaking of like Buffalo Bill.
This episode's coming out at the same time his episode is coming out, so we need to explain the whole Olympdicks right from the beginning.
Go
Joey,
ahead.
you
Yeah,
set
in
it
fact,
up. It's your event.
It's worth noting now, if you haven't seen the Olympdicks, watch it before you watch this, or none of this will make, or this is just going to sound really gay.
Dude,
I mean,
let me
either
just
way.
be honest. I felt like I was a part of a weird fetish game show gay porn the whole time. Right? It was so mortifying. I can't wait to talk about it. Definitely watch this shit because it was something else.
You can
I'm
find
expected to see myself on like the amateur section on Pornhub here shortly.
Yeah, we better get paid. We better
Dude,
get paid, buddy.
It's a great idea. We should release the uncensored version to Pornhub if they agree to pay us a disclosed amount of money, and we'll use it as startup to start, and then everything
I'm
will be
down as
sick.
fuck for that.
Would you and Filippo do it? Because I mean, I didn't pull my dick out. You guys,
I'm not
I
gonna be
don't
pulling
care.
my dick out.
It depends how much money we talking. I mean, if
Bro,
they're
if
gonna,
we get some cash.
Well, if I don't have to work anymore,
Dude,
then
let's
we'll
fucking get
talk.
Pornhub to be our first.
Before we keep
sponsor.
talking
Straight
about
up
this
10
and riffing
grand.
on it, Joey, can you set up what it is so that
Okay,
everybody
what is
listening isn't confused
The
anymore?
great
Yeah.
Olympics.
So I woke up one day and I just had this idea of doing some kind of it was probably about 2 months out. 2-3 months out from the 1 year anniversary episode, and I'm like, I just can't come in here and do some fucking like run of the mill bullshit. Like, I was like, I don't know, I got to take it up a fucking notch, and
I gotta put my dick in an apron, do a dick river dance.
yeah, I
We'll
don't
get to it.
I don't know why my brain just went to like doing something with my dick. Maybe because I'm just like, that's the only way I'm funny is doing hack shit with my dick. But I was just like, I had this idea for like a sort of a dick cathalon, if you will. Like I just wanted to do several events. And I just sat and brainstormed one day, and I was just like, all right, well, what would these events even be? And I just sort of like I actually was just looking at Olympic events. I was just going through, like, that's how I came up with the whole artistic program and the schedule. Like, I just literally went off the schedule of order of how the Olympics go and shit. And, yeah, I came up with the pole vault. I knew that something had to be like launched off of a dick. Like originally when I thought of it, when I thought of all of these, first of all, originally it was with the mindset that we would have boners during it. You're gonna find out quickly as you watch that episode that impossible.
Zero boners.
Impossible.
Oh man,
Zero
it was
now,
something else, guys.
now-
Not even a
Seriously.
semi
really
joke.
something.
Not even a
except
wiggle.
for when I went to go do the sharpshoot, because then shit was popping. When I was like isolated in a room, I had to take my glasses off, bury my face and just up against the wall, just have a nice like fucking.
Wait, bury the lead, Joey. Don't tell him yet. We gotta go through the competitions one by one. Bury that lead, son.
Yeah. You're right. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah, getting hasty with your jizz. Don't blow your load yet, Joey. We'll get there. Don't worry.
So I knew something had to be launched. I knew something had to be launched off the dick. And a lot of these we improvised sort of in the moment when we quickly realized like, oh shit, we're not gonna get boners. And then the windmill, just that one seemed really like just simple. Like I'm actually not super sold on the windmill. Like next year's one, that one might get substituted. Although I don't know, like it was a funny like starting event. But
I'm gonna be honest, I tried that today when I got out of the shower.
Fucking hard, right?
Way more difficult than I thought it was. I'll be real honest.
Woo.
Not a lot of swing action going on in the downstairs region there already. So
it's hard to start.
If I try to get it going, it's not going anywhere. Like it was horrible. All right.
Yeah, it's hard. You need like 2 or 3 swings to start, and then it gets started. And then once it gets started, you get like locked in this rhythm where you're like, I can't move a muscle, or it'll fuck up.
Yeah, my dick will fly off.
I gotta try it now.
You guys didn't try it when you got out of the
No,
shower?
dude, I'm not trying to swing my fucking junk all over the place and get it fucking spinny, dizziness, vomity, fucking nauseous balls, you know? What the fuck?
That is worth noting. So we did take.
Shit, you know what I'm talking about? Like you're swinging your balls so hard that it's just fucking
I don't know
hurting
what
and
you're
shit.
I don't.
Yeah, well,
I don't at all know what you're talking about.
I've been hitting the balls plenty of times to know that shit can happen.
I'm not that cushioned.
I definitely pulled a testicle in that event. I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely going through the rest of that event nursing an injury.
Dude, really? Did you hurt a ball after the helicopter swing?
Oh yeah, dude. Something felt. I think I even mentioned at one point, like something felt like it had got twisted up. So I had that. I also came out of training camp. I had a contusion to my perineum.
Which, by the way, everyone, Joey went and trained with Jesus Christ for this Olympdicks. That was his personal trainer.
Yeah,
I did. We
fuck.
I can't really give away his techniques.
What is a perineum, Joey? Isn't
it's
that
a
your
taint.
gooch?
Yeah, your gooch.
How'd you injure your gooch? How does that happen?
It's all connected, man. It's all connected down there. I got like a slight contusion to that. I had a slight rupture of one of my vas deferens. We weren't.
How did all this happen? No, how did all this happen? Did you already say I missed
just being a fucking warrior, man. Training camp. You don't come through. If you come out of a training camp not nursing some form of an injury, you just didn't train hard enough. Like when you see UFC fighters go in the cage, like they come out after, we're like, yeah, I just I did that fight. I had a broken fucking hand. I this and that, and I just I wasn't gonna bitch out.
Dick thrust that you were doing, like midair shadow boxing dick thrust that could have potentially injured the perineum, like the swinging motion of the shaft and balls.
It's possible. I did not do a lot of stretching, because I definitely.
How do you stretch for that?
Well, the same that we all do, Pat. We take you take safety pins and you clip them through your foreskin, and then you make a pin like a hook, and then you tie a weight around like a barbell. You start with a 1 pound barbell, and then you put bags on the end of the barbell, two bags.
Walk a mile.
And you go till that little soldier's
before you
purple.
walk a mile, you got to put the lighters in the bags. 3 lighters. I mean, well, you got to do ball math first. You put your balls on a scale. If they're 45-gram balls, you divide that by pi, then you get the number of lighters, and then you walk a mile.
You divide that by pi.
And then that's how you get a good stretch for training camp. Don't be fucking ridiculous. We all know that. Don't act ridiculous. And just to explain to the listeners, we were judges for this event, so we got to witness all the uncensored cock action face to face right here on this TV screen, listeners. Right there, how far my face was from Joey's dick. I've never even met Joey in person.
That's kind of the weirder part, right?
On Facebook today, but I felt like I was his brother already because I stared at his cock for an hour and 45 piece.
It's really,
I know what Joey's dick looks like right now. I know it's better than his. I could draw his dick. I don't think I could draw his face from memory. Like if you turn the camera on, asked me to draw Joey O'Neill, I would just start sketching like mushroom tip and balls. Like, oh no, wait,
it's hard not to picture. It's hard not to picture while talking to you. Your penis.
It's gonna be even weirder when we all like link up at Skankfest for the first time. You guys are like, hi, I've seen your dick before I've met you in person.
We're gonna be like,
I feel obligated to show you my dick. Like, can we shake dicks on this or something? Like, do you want to see mine? Like, I feel like I owe it to you.
It's gonna be like that thing black guys do where they're like, yo, show your shit, son. They just pull their dick out.
Yes.
Oh, like the Bert Kreischer joke or whatever.
Yeah.
I very much like to like discuss like our perspective on the whole thing because like cock test by cock test. So right when we started, Joey had this fucking dick national anthem fucking song going on, and we turned and faced the camera and put our arms up. As soon as we turned around, yeah, that one. As soon as we turned around, Joey and Filippo had his fucking dicks out, and I was just like, nothing really prepares you to see like another dude's dick like in real time,
right?
Nothing really ever prepares you.
It's weird,
listeners,
right? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
What'd you say?
Sorry, Joey's listeners won't be able to see the angle that they were sitting on, but we're on from our Facebook angle right here. So like the camera that's on Joey right now, Shit Talking Cunts listeners, is not where they were sitting. No. They were sitting on opposite ends of that table where Joey's at. Joey's in the same seat that he's in today. Filippo's on the other seat next to him and shit. And they've got porn on their phones, and he's playing an 8-minute best of clip, which you guys will only see the 8-minute best of clip. In the background, though, we got to see them holding porn up on their phones and just beating their soft dicks.
Just come on.
Me and Patrick noticed it, and we had our mics on. We were trying not to laugh into the mics and fuck up the clip that Joey had playing because Joey kept going like, shut the fuck up. And me and Pat just keep looking over and watching Joey trying to beat
I literally had to just pull it out of the episode and edit in.
Just sitting there quietly.
And Luke didn't even know why we were laughing.
I had no idea. I was just paying no attention because I wasn't trying to stare at Dick. And then I look over at Joey fucking long dick stroking his dick. And I'm like, and I look over at Pat and I'm like, Are they masturbating? And fucking Cody wide-eyed goes, yeah.
Dude, I was laughing so hard I almost fell out of my fucking seat. We had to mute our side because I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, I wasn't laughing at you. It was just
it's just so absurd.
So fucking ridiculous right now. I cannot believe that I feel like this was a life-changing moment.
It's like we talked about it for months and months.
This moment in my life, and it's like just like I said, so mortifying, so weird.
Well, it's so silly. We like talked about it for fucking months, and then the day finally comes and dicks are out, and it's like, oh wow, we're really doing this. Okay, word.
Like,
100%.
did you like seriously? I gotta really know, like, what was really going through your mind as you were jerking it right there next to Filippo,
trying your hardest
while we were sitting there watching you from the camera and the two people in the room. What was going on? Like, were you really like, man, I think I could get hard right now?
No, I was panicking because I was.
There's another dude masturbating next to me.
Well, first of all, there's another dude masturbating next to me. There's 3 guys expectantly waiting for me on camera to get a hard dick. On top of another dude in here is a producer, and then God bless her soul, S.T.C. Actually, no, not God bless her soul.
Who is that girl, by the way? I didn't ever catch on to who S.T.C actually was. Just a friend?
That's my wife's best friend.
Oh, okay.
She sniffed your cum.
I know.
She sniffed your cum and his cum. What the fuck?
We'll get to that. But keep going. So, anyways, there's 3 dudes waiting on you. Your producer's waiting on you.
So I'm both like, it's the fucking pressure's on. I'm like, I gotta get a hard on because I'm going through my mind. I'm like, well, fuck, are any of these events gonna work? And I'm mortified because I'm like, the worst thing is like we're gonna try this like 1 or 2 events and they're just gonna eat a big fucking dick. And then I'm like, this whole thing's just going to be a big fucking mess. And then it's like, well, what do? Do we just shift into doing a regular podcast? But how do you can't take a step back once dicks have already come out. You know what I mean? So it's like.
No, you can't. Like, at that point,
where do you go from there?
You popped your dick out for no reason.
There's no way to go backwards from your dicks out.
We're just going to scrap all of it and start over.
So much respect. So much respect for you two. You guys have some serious fucking balls. And we saw them.
Especially Filippo's. Holy shit, he's got some big balls. They were astoundingly large.
Jesus, yeah, that was just so interesting. I could not stop laughing. I was like, I can only imagine what these dudes are thinking about.
Joe, it's the weirdest thing I've ever been a part of.
Weirdest thing I have ever experienced.
I've never done anything weirder than that, and I assume
can I be honest?
Have you ever done anything weirder than that ever?
Never,
Joey.
Like
never.
Moment.
No, that was definitely the weirdest thing. Like the moment when it was like, all right, and then the national anthem came on, and I just looked at Phil and I was like, and then I just looked up and just saluted, and I was like, well, let's fucking do it, like. You know what I mean? It's like what I was like, just all you can do at that point is just rip them out, take off your underwear and just whip it out. And honestly, it was like the only other thing I was like nervous about because it's like, you know, I don't give a shit about like taking my soft ass dick out in front of a bunch of dudes. I flash my dick to my friends all the time in high school. Like that's whatever. The anxiety was coming from like my wife's best friend, which like first of all, clearly my wife, I would just assume because women talk, has probably talked my dick up, and so I'm like, well, great, I can't make my wife look like a fucking liar, and also it's like you don't want your dick to look like a little fucking roly poly
little floppy
in front of a chick, and then I'm like the whole time I'm like, you know, even after 30 minutes goes by, I'm like, come on, not even a little bit, like I will say after I came from the last event, no pun intended, that I did have some sweet post ejaculate dick hang. That was like probably my nicest dick hang. Was like
you mean when you were wiping it all off with the fucking you were like fucking going ham on the wipe action?
Joey was wiping.
You didn't wash your hands and you were touching everyone else.
He touched his face. He was touching the mics. Dude, we didn't want to say it. We didn't want to tell you, but you touched your face minutes after you cleaned cum on the end of your dick. We were sitting there like hosting the podcast. Like we were talking.
Is that where we're drawing the line? My cum on my face, guys. If you think I haven't had worse things,
that's not a big deal. It's just hilarious. It was just so funny.
It was not minutes. It was seconds.
As soon as you walked in, you were wiping. You didn't even pre-wipe before you walked in.
Oh, it's everywhere.
He taffy pulled his dick like fucking Mr. Fantastic. Like it
was still dripping, probably.
It was, dude.
And then,
I'm a heavy cunner.
Like, woo!
Fucking wiping the sweat off his face. So like you were saying, like you looked at Phil and we're like, we're doing this. I remember like all the way up until that point, I was like, this kid, there's no way this is my mindset before we went into it. I was like, this won't be that bad. Like I've kissed Cody one time, or a couple of times.
Oh, gay.
Not one time,
but I'm just saying, like, what a little bit of flesh is gonna bother me.
Whoa, taking your dick out with your friends and playing with them.
I've seen plenty of porn. I've seen plenty of porn. Like, what's gonna happen? And then, like, as soon as it happens, I'm just like, oh, this is life change. This is weird. This is so weird. Totally in the other direction. But like I said, major balls for you guys. Major balls.
Dog, a friendly taking your dick out amongst friends is no big deal. Kissing your friend, that's
I was like, we're doing
homo,
this,
bro.
Sorry, I didn't hear the end of what you said.
Oh, I said, but kissing your friend, that's fucking gay.
I've kissed so many dudes. It's probably the same amount of men as women. Like I've never fucked a dude or done anything like actually beyond that gay with a dude. But I've kissed and made out with plenty of dudes before, and I'm telling you, it's way gayer to look at your dick for 2 hours. I promise.
to look at your own dick or for you to look at my dick?
For me
like
to look
at
two dicks all night long and judge and compete on who's doing better dick competitions. I'm telling you, as a man who's kissed probably as many women as men, way gayer to look at your dick for 2 hours.
Well, but here's the thing: you watch porn, don't you?
Well, yeah, but now you don't really interact with the dicks on screen. It was just so interesting. It wasn't like it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Like I was so pumped to be a part of this. It was just so interesting and strange. It was just a weird and hilarious experience. It was great.
Oh, Joey's running away. What happened?
Wait,
do we lose everything? Is everything fucked, Joey?
You about to pull your dick out?
Dude, show everybody your dick. Can't hear anything you're saying.
Show us your dick if you can hear us.
Over here to take my dick out.
Oh, if we can, it's giving out your bank account information right now.
Social security number 24318.
Joey, if you can hear us, pull your balls out on camera. I thought they were coming.
Sorry.
I was like,
my face.
Like, dude, we've already seen it. It's not like there's something you have to hide.
You know what? And that's something important to note too. Is we actually took. I always butcher this. Whatever this pill is called, but I think it's tadalafil. I think. It's the active ingredient in Cialis and shit. So we took boner pills. That's what was crazy to me. Is like maybe I just don't understand how boner pills work, but I was expecting just take it and it was just gonna like. Fucking zombie like reanimation, life of its own. Just like, oh, do you not want to you don't want a boner right now? Fuck you. You have no say in this, and it was just gonna like fucking be there. Like I was expecting just be like bam, like all night, but
your cock rises through the dirt at the graveyard like
yeah.
You see the head pop through
not
the
natural at all.
Just spraying acid cum.
Did you feel anything weird at all?
So I definitely felt
red and
dude.
inflamed.
Yeah, it was weird. My balls were really, really red and pink. Like my balls like there was like a brief moment where I was like, oh, that's not good. But I didn't like.
Did you start getting anxiety?
A little bit, yeah. I was definitely getting a little anxiety because it's like, I don't want to say who we got these from, but definitely someone that like it's meant for someone that might have erectile dysfunction, an older person, and I don't know, like, you know what I mean? The person that told him was also like, take half of one, but don't take any more. And then we took half of one, but I'm also like, I was like, Filippo's a way bigger dude than me, so like, I was like, is half going to be too much for me? Is half going to be not enough for him? So it's like, there's a lot of guessing game. It should just be, first of all, I don't know why they give you pills that they're like, just take half. What? Why am I taking half of a pill? Just fucking give me one pill with half the dosage.
Whole fucking thing. Why is it why do I break this pill in half?
Jesus fucking Christ. It's absurd.
Why is this complicated?
I gotta be a fucking crackhead with a knife and like.
I don't trust this.
You can make the pill the right size. What the fuck? Just make it the size that I need already. Like, why am I taking 2 ibuprofen? Make it fucking 1 ibuprofen. You could just press it differently, you fucks.
If a dude is telling you, if the guy you got that medication was telling you to just take half, he was probably talking up a big fucking game.
I guess so.
Yeah, dude. You're going to get the biggest boner. 4 strokes.
It gets so fucking big and hard when I take just half of like one, and it's like I have a huge dick, so I don't know about how big your dick is. Like, so you should probably just take half. So
he's like that.
I used to have a little dick before I took.
Yeah,
I mean, now I have a huge
like whoever
dick.
you got it from was like a happy Bob for this medication.
He's like that. He's like that guy at the party that like he takes like one shot. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm so wasted. And you're like, oh, he's lightweight. And you're like, half. I was like, should I just take in all 20 of them? Like, there wasn't really much other. I mean, there was like, I had some like tingles. There's a little bit of tingling action go down there. I will say that when I
that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, not like I was worried. It was like tingle. I was like, I was like, maybe something's gonna start happening, but it didn't. And the only other thing is I left the room at one point, and I remember leaning over in my room to grab something, and when I leaned over, it felt like the sound went out in one of my ears for a moment, or just like something. Like my auditory levels were all fucked up. And then there was a moment I went into the bathroom where I like first walked in there and I legit thought I was like it was that feeling of like when you're tripping on acid or something. I was like, what's going on here? And then when I came back to the room, it was fine, but yeah, it was very weird. I will say that when I actually did finally get an erection for the final event, it was it definitely
Wobbly.
No, I mean it was fucking it worked once it got hard. It's just like
it transformed into Mjolnir.
Why don't you just run back in the room and be like, "Look, Stacy, my wife's not a lying bitch." And
I told you I had a huge
run
dick.
back out of the room. And
don't worry. I
beat her over the forehead with it just once.
Boom. You're walking by, smacks her
in the cheek.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Bam.
Is it terrible that when she went to smell the cum paper, the thought was like, the devil was on my shoulders going, "Push her face into it. Push her face into it."
I would have lost my mind.
Dude.
Damn, what the fuck?
I think, would your wife have stabbed you in the throat while you were sleeping though?
No. I mean, they probably would have been both really upset with me, but I don't think so. I would have gone, I was like, there's cum on a paper, and she agreed to sniff it. How am I, when she puts her nose this close to cum, how is a human being
like what? All bets are off the table at that point.
How is a human being supposed to restrain themselves? I'm only human, guys. If someone's face gets that close to cum, I'm pushing it in.
I don't know if Luke's face was that close to my cum. I'd have to bam. Oh, sorry, Luke.
I tripped.
I got a mustache full of my cum.
You would witness me transform into a monster from the netherworld.
Luke Cumstache Young.
Yeah, but you'd be a monster from the netherworld by cum on your mustache. Jesus. Oh my God. Let's tell the people what we're talking about, though. Joey, what's the final event that you had to do? Sharpshooter, if you will.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We did the windmill, the pole vault.
Well, let's talk about the magic trick, the fucking talent show. That was my favorite part about the whole event.
Yeah. That was the that was the fucking creme de la creme. We had the basket hold right before it too, which was just a quick reference. We just put a fucking basket around our dick and balls and added lighters to it until it fell off. It was awesome. That was really hard to do without an erection, but we made it work.
You put your balls over.
You had to use it like a cock ring. You had the loop of the basket. You had to put your balls and dick through it so that your balls kind of rested over.
I love your fist action that you got going.
Well, Philip had the chip clip like maneuver going on where like he pinched the handle in between the spot of his sack and dick.
His giant nutsack.
Can I be
had a
honest?
large carrot of a dick with like extra foreskin. It was all like triangled at the top. It was making me uncomfortable because I was like, is it
Right?
I was
Okay.
like, why is it triangled at the top like a carrot? And he had a big bowling ball bag like nutsack. Like
Wait,
it's just
I want
big
to.
hang.
I want to address two things that you just reminded me of. That obviously I listened back to the episode and heard like the part where we were jerking off. I was like, first of all, I want to say fuck Stacy. My balls do not smell. Neither of us smelled. Okay. No.
When you left the room,
remember?
we were talking
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. No. Remember, she was like, you're like, whose smells more? First of all, Stacy, your face didn't even come within 3 feet of my balls. You couldn't have possibly smelt my balls. And I'll tell you this. I even put it in text 'cause all night long. First of all, the only reason she came, the only reason is she really wants to fuck Phil. Because she likes getting gorilla fucked by big massive dudes. Yeah. No, exactly. She was like, "Can I come just so I can see his dick?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? I don't give a shit." But then bitch started fucking
Is that seriously the whole
malign.
reason that she came?
That's the
And then he
reason.
windmilled.
No, and then
100%.
and then motherfucker just maligns herself against me and is just like, putting off like it's like, okay, great, we get it. You want to fuck Phil, okay, but can you be unbiased? Like,
Why do you gotta say my balls stink, lady?
no, and then
I got the good shower gel this
Dude, and then about the the clean shaven versus not. She's like, oh, I like Phil, he's nice and clean shaven. And she's like, I don't know about first of all, she used the word cleanliness. I was like, cleanliness, me having a little bit of pubes, like Caesar cut pubes, guys. We're talking like thin, just like just a little bit, so I don't look like a fucking boy. She was like,
It doesn't look like a lion's mane down there. I can
No,
attest for your
right?
pubes.
Like,
They're
wait, I can
well
pull
taken
I
care
can
of.
pull pubes
Shaft
out
all
on camera.
cleaned up and shit. No stray dick hairs. That was
There.
nice.
I don't have to blur pubes. You can see. That's like, are you kidding me? Cleanliness? Suck a dick. And then she's like, oh, well, if I'm deep throating, I don't want to have to fucking have that right in my nose and stuff. Guess what, sweetheart? Guys have had their noses in your asshole before. Deal with it.
It's hairy down there too.
Yeah,
Girls
you don't
be
think I haven't
trimming
had
out
a
their
pussy hair
buttholes
stuck in my
ever.
fucking throat before and been
Never.
choking through it like a soldier? I don't say anything.
That butthole never gets a razor to it ever. I
Ugh.
promise.
Ugh. The fucking
Promise.
the
Oh, back
audacity.
pussy.
The audacity of these women, dude. The fucking
Never. They shave
audacity.
every part of their body, but their butthole always hairy, 100%.
Always. And if it's not,
Nobody's got shit.
then I ask questions. I'm like, you can only do this if you have a friend doing it. Who the fuck's helping you shave your asshole?
Yeah, or who's holding a mirror for you? Is it
Yes.
Neighbor Dave? Don't tell me it's fucking Neighbor Dave.
Oh god, dude, I'll fucking. If it's neighbor Steve, okay, but neighbor Dave, I'll kill that cocksucker.
So this fucking talent show.
Sorry,
fucking
real
threw
quick.
me-
Yeah. The other thing I just want to make clear is fucking big Mr. Captain Big Dick Rourke over here. First of all, I want to make it clear. I've seen his fucking dick. Okay, he has the same size dick as me. Okay, he likes to act like we were leaving and he acted like he was gonna make a comment, but then he kind of did the fucking like douchey like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna like come off sounding positive. It was just like being like real like,
Who,
hey,
Filippo?
no, Max, the producer. It's like hey, buddy, guess what? I don't have to hear any of your bullshit. You could have a great big dick. Guess what? Until you're gonna come bring it out and take it on camera, shut your fucking cunt mouth. I've seen your dick, bro. His dick.
Wait, was he
Why
talking
did
shit
you
about
see
your
it?
guys' dicks the whole time? Because you guys
Yeah,
basically have the
yeah,
same
this
fucking
little,
dick.
but like passive aggressive, like kind of like he like go like he was like, and then he'd be like, oh, not never, but real like douchey, like okay, just say it, nigger. Like you clearly have something you want to say.
Jesus, Joey.
I know.
Jesus, dude.
Let's be clear, this producer was white as shit.
Yes. Now
Very
you know.
white,
Whoa,
very white
whoa.
producer.
Serbian. Okay.
What the fuck ever, bud?
Yeah.
They're different. Yeah, wherever that is. I don't know. But I just,
Russia?
he's over there fucking being like they're talking about they're saying that uncircumcised dicks are more clean because they have to put in more work to clean it. It's like, hey, guess what? We don't have to clean cheese off. I speak collectively, I think here. Everyone here is circumcised, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to wipe cheese off my dick or pull skin back to access my dick. And on top of that, I also wash my dick. So actually, no, our dicks are cleaner. So suck a dick because they're trying to sit there and be like, oh, well, we're way cleaner, obviously. It's like, eat a fucking dick, bro. We came out on top. Circumcised dicks came out on top. We're the better dicks. Honestly, if you have an uncircumcised cock, kill yourself.
You hear that, Filippo?
Yeah, Filippo. Not only
Yeah.
did you lose, but
I'll make
we're
it. No,
encouraging
I'll make
you
an
to kill
exception.
yourself.
I make an
Wow.
exception for Filippo because he's got bigger balls than anyone watching this. You saw him take that big fucking carroty, big ball dick out. Respect.
That dude looks like he would crush me into oblivion.
Dog, he is.
I'm
he
scared
is
that he would hurt
6'4"
me.
and 265 pounds of pure Herculean muscle. It is horrifying and hilarious having him as a best
would
friend.
have guessed that weight.
Dog.
I'll still break his balls relentlessly.
You saw how
I don't
big his
care. I'll talk
fucking
shit to him.
thighs
He's
were?
4 feet tall.
Balls.
Dog, his thighs were like this fucking thick. I was like, that was the first time I'd even seen his
Trust us, we
thighs.
got a
I was
good
like,
view of all
what
that.
the fuck? I was like,
Oh,
Jesus
yeah, I never
Christ.
seen it.
saw it all, dude.
Especially seeing you guys naked next to each other. You're not a small dude. What are you, like 6'2" or some shit?
Yeah, I'm 6'2", 180.
You're a sizable dude, and this dude is like hulking over you.
He is.
Shit.
Dude, when we went to Skankfest, people could first of all, any crowd that had any kind of crowd work going on, they picked on his ass because he's fucking. How do you not see him? And then like all weekend long, people are just coming up and be like, "Dude, you fucking sick muscles. What's your workout regimen?" Like all weekend long, people come up and asking him that shit. But it's crazy to me, dog. It's crazy to me that they want to fucking pop off on my show. On my fucking show. And I get it. I'm all about being the brunt of a joke is fine. But if you're just gonna say fucking fake news and fucking false, it's false propaganda, just not true. Just utterly not true.
What, that your nuts smell?
That my nuts smell and that that uncircumcised dicks are cleaner. I will fight that to the grave.
Oh, that's because that's a goddamn lie.
It is.
I think in all honesty, it's not that much dirtier.
No,
but,
it's
like,
really not that much of a difference.
Is. Yeah, I think that it's probably bad to chop your kid's foreskin off. And
Aren't we the freaks?
Yeah.
We're the mutilated.
We're probably the
if
last.
we're being serious, I get that you're making a very comedic point, shit. But if we're actually being serious about it, I think probably uncircumcised is the way to go. For kids.
It's natural.
Like, why do we gotta rip off kids' foreskin when they're like a half a day old? Like, that's probably
well. And
someone cut off our dick skin.
And yeah,
someone
that's the
did
thing.
that.
It's essentially someone. It's like someone chose our gender for us. It's the same thing.
Did you ever see that fucking video of the rabbi sucking the kid's dick?
Yep, and giving him herpes.
Circumcised it?
That's what they do to stop the bleeding.
What the fuck? Why your mouth?
Because that's all they had back then. That's all they had. Like they're trying to stay to their tradition and shit instead of doing this thing called 2018, the modern century.
Was that a rabbi though? Was that a rabbi or am I incorrect?
I'm pretty confident that I am 99% sure that was a rabbi.
Either way, whatever I saw was fucked up.
Yeah, it's disturbing. The Jews are an interesting group of people.
So wait, Pat, you're admitting to watching child porn on the internet right now?
No.
Wait.
You're watching. It was a video that had over
baby
10
dicks
million.
That's an interesting point. Isn't that technically child porn? I mean, it's the intent of it is not.
What the fuck? Why are you saying it like that? It was a fucking video on Facebook.
No, but I'm not.
Pat was looking at baby dick sucking. He was like, "Oh, what's this one?"
I was horrified.
Oh, what did I stumble onto?
Horrifying.
Why's he got the curly like little side things on his thing? Like, what's
wow, that baby's real.
This baby get his dick sucked. Pat's got his pants down around his ankles on Facebook.
What the fuck?
Pat's like, that's kind of messed up, guys. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. The thing that he's doing with his tongue there is a little sexy. I mean, right? I mean,
you're talking in Pat's voice right now, right? Not yours.
Hey guys.
Except for Pat watches these videos.
Guys, I mean, this baby video is it's pretty fucked up. But I mean, the baby, you can tell that baby wanted it. That's a sexy baby. Look at its little fucking dick getting all hard in that rabbi's mouth.
Say, how big do you think that baby's penis is? Like maybe 3.
Is my voice really that deep?
Centimeters?
It's not that deep.
We're doing the Buffalo Bill voice.
It just sounds like it over. I don't know what it is today. I don't know what it is today specifically. Like it shocked me because I'm like, I know Pat's voice isn't that low, but it's fine. It's hilarious. Like I can hear you clearly. It's just your voice literally sounds like you're talking down here.
Maybe Pat's watched a good baby dick suck video before this podcast and like it's
feeling very low.
He's eating it. You know what it is? He knew that he was going to talk about baby dicks on this episode, so he had to disguise his voice so nobody could ever get any real sound clips.
I immediately regret bringing up the fucking rabbi video. I get it, guys.
I get it.
Fuck.
Babies are sexy. Awesome. So
moving on
because we outed you.
Yeah, moving on. We can move on, you predator. Anyways,
speaking of Buffalo Bill,
ladies and gentlemen, Chris Hansen
here fucking did a magic trick.
Oh my god!
And he was pulling up a fucking blanket. All right.
Segue.
Now I will say, not to pull a Luke Young and humble brag here, but he came in and he's like, I have no idea what to do for that, and I was like, listen, just do the classic magic trick, make your dick disappear and reappear. I showed him how to do it. So
You showed him?
Yeah. I was like, take the blanket. I was like,
Did you grab his dick and balls and pull him back for him and shit?
I thought I was gonna have to be honest. It took him like 3 fucking tries. That's why I grabbed the fucking sheet for him. I'm like, dude, just put your fucking dick between your legs. Jesus Christ. He's got those big old balls. It's hard for him to catch them.
Jesus.
And he could crush him with those bodybuilder thighs.
Yeah.
I was just looking
like
at
a watermelon.
It was just so strange. He had the fucking blanket up and he was just thrusting behind it, laughing his ass off. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Dude?
I wanna make a gif so badly of just him being like, ladies and gentlemen, I have an incredible magic trick for you. Like, just when he first started, he went into this announcer voice that immediately was just fucking killing me. Like,
it was fucking hilarious. I was like, there's no way Joey's going to top this. Oh, but you did. And we'll go into that momentarily.
Yeah, to be honest, I was worried when I saw your reaction. I was like, fuck. I was like, this bit better, my next bit better fucking kill or I'm doomed. I honestly thought he was going to win. I honestly thought he was going to win the basket hold. I thought his big old balls were going to keep that thing held tight. His problem is that he moved his body. And that's why you saw me. I was like, don't make me laugh because I was just feeling my legs were shaking from being so fucking nervous of not trying to drop it. And I was like, then I started shaking from like laughing and I'm like, oh God, it's going to slide right off my cock.
And then we kept trying to make jokes, and you were like tuning us out, thinking about everything except for what we were saying. And I was like, damn, I'm bombing right now. And you were like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying not to laugh.
Yeah, you weren't bombing. You were killing. I was like, please. I was like, just don't drop this basket. Everything's riding on this. So yeah, he did this incredible magic trick. Fucking showed his dick, pulled up the blanket, turned his dick into a pussy, then brought his dick back. Classic, if I dare say.
Yeah, I remember just how he was swinging, thrusting behind the blanket, and then you hear a little bit of a skin clap, you know?
And honestly, that's what killed it for him.
Lifts the blanket, and he's Buffalo Billing it towards us. I was like, wow, that was a good magic trick. He made it disappear. And
I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, that's as good as I thought it was gonna get at that point.
Dog,
I didn't know what you had planned.
He honestly he fucked himself a little bit. I still don't think it was gonna be as good as what I did. But if he had nailed that on the first fucking just wham and pulled it back first try, there was you know what I mean? It was a little shaky. It wasn't a smooth magic trick. It's there was a little bit of a hesitation trying to get the ball and dick pulled back. So
a couple thrusts.
Yeah, because you guys even were like, what, huh? And then one of you caught on to what it was before he even did the before he revealed it. And you're like, no way he's about. And so it's if he had just managed to do it one and drop that shit on you guys, I think it would have landed a little harder. But I don't think it was.
For sure.
I put my fucking everything into the penis talent show.
When let me just say how you my perspective on your performance.
All you.
Because it was it made the entire event completely worth it in my mind. I was like, this is hilarious.
I've never seen Cody laugh so fucking hard. When Cody had one of those from the gut laughs the second he saw what was going on, it was just
that shit was so funny. I couldn't help it. It was just so fucking when you turned around. Hold on, Pat should do it. But
so basically, you were turning around, and we were looking at your ass the whole time, and we were just like, "What on earth is he planned?" Because I know Joey's probably planned something long and hard for this. And he's putting up a blanket up on him, and he turns around, and his dick is hanging out of a hole on the blanket. It looked like it had a fucking suit on or some shit, and he had fucking strings attached to it, and it was a
little kilt. It was a little kilt.
He did it for 30, 40 seconds, and it was so fucking funny.
He didn't just do that.
I put this little kilt on my dick.
Cock river dance and shit, and he turned on river dance music and had marionette fucking strings, the old school, the shit that they used to a puppeteer uses.
Yeah, the little wooden plus signs with the strings attached to my dick.
God.
And it was just his dick and a black curtain. Just a black curtain. And that's what made me laugh so fucking hard. And the look on Joey's face, while he was controlling his cock with this marionette string, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Because I saw Joey's Facebook post, just spent all morning constructing a cock marionette, and I was like, I don't even know what you mean. I thought you meant I turned my ceiling fan into a marionette of dildo dicks, the way that a child's marionette. I was like, what the fuck do you have planned for this competition? I was like, I can't wait to see what happens today. It's gonna be weird.
It was so fucking strange. It was hilarious.
And you turn around just and then I thought it was over. You were just gonna haha, look, I did this weird thing. And then you're like, it's gonna be a cock river dance, and then your producer fumbles and takes way too long, and then eventually gets to the
Don't
music.
worry, I edited it out. It's gonna be great when people see it. It's very smooth.
Oh, awesome. So the
just
fucking music comes
Bush.
on, And then he, to the rhythm, is moving his dick up and down and doing a cock river dance.
Dude, it was
while
just
he's
like,
on that part.
and there was one point it was like, and it was going in this little circle.
It was hilarious. It was the funniest, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's really sold it to me was your presentation with the turnaround. It was like it was like
Shocking.
It wasn't just shocking. It
The
was
fucking
climatic,
background
like,
curtain
like,
to just black
boom,
background to
it's there.
really highlight my fucking white ass dick.
It was jaw dropping.
It was almost like with your look. You look like a madman. It was almost like some sort of Batman villain-like entrance where he's just like, yeah, I'm there.
I honestly didn't even know if it was
Something
gonna
else.
work. I didn't know if it was gonna work. No one's ever tried combining the two, age-old art forms of marionette and river dance, and then combine them with their penis.
10 out of 10. 10 points to Gryffindor for that cock and door.
After
for
that, you
performance.
won.
Yeah, you won in my eyes. You won.
I was like,
for
I don't
sure,
care
no matter
what happens
Filippo
next.
would have done. No matter what he did prior to that.
He
there
would
was
have had
nothing
to
that
have
was-
come on his paper and somehow
puppet.
also mine from separate bathrooms.
God, you'd make Jeff Dunham proud. Jesus.
The next competition, was that the sharpshooter? Was there one
Yeah.
more before that?
Nope,
that
that
was
was
a
the
sharpshooter.
sharpshooter.
All right, set that up.
So, the last one, and the reason it was last for obvious reasons, we created these targets, and it essentially was like rows of 3, and it went all the way up to 20, with the center being a bullseye of like in thirds 20, 19, 18, and then it had a little 30 bullseye in the middle. And essentially, we started the timer. Luke was keeping track of time. Phil, I have 2 bathrooms here, luckily, so Filippo and I went into 2 different bathrooms. I thought about fucking going to the same one, but I didn't think that'd be fair. We went into separate bathrooms, and essentially, you had to put the target at your feet, and you had to jerk off. And when you were going to come, aim it at the paper, and whatever points you hit on the paper, those got tallied up, and that was your score for the event. There was also, a time element of how fast we were. In this case, we were going for who's going to get back fastest and who's going to score the more points. And motherfucker, I made that shit. Did I not call it? I said I'm only going to need 5 minutes, and it was. I even had.
You did 4
I had.
minutes and 8 seconds.
I could have. I could have stayed in
4
there and
minutes
wiped
and
my
1
cock
second.
off, but I spent an hour and a half prior to that having like the softest, tiniest dick I've ever had. I was like, I got to get in here and show them my post jerk off dick. I left
And
my
you did.
glasses.
You raced on back in.
I left my glasses, my phone. I was like, fuck it. I don't need those. I just need to get this door open and my cock in their face.
And we added you up, and you had like 157 points. So this man fucking
He blew him out of the water. He blew Filippo out of
shotgun
the water.
blast.
I hit
He must have-
almost every one. There was like maybe 4 that I didn't hit.
You said you didn't jerk off for 2 days. So what'd you have? You had one of those 4 bursts where you get one giant one and then 3 gradually smaller ones after that, or what
yeah,
was it?
yeah. No, exactly that. You get the one massive one that just like everywhere, and then
And
like
it hurt it all.
then, like,
coming
two-
out. It's just so-
when you could just feel it working its way up the pipelines. Oh
The
shit!
floodgates broke.
You almost came your balls inside out through your pee hole, like
What
one
the-
of
you-
those.
Yeah.
Tell my wife I love her, and then I just like Thanos disappeared, just like as I come.
Jesus. I don't feel good.
I
Can
don't
you
feel.
imagine your testicles hanging out of the fucking tip of your dick?
Oh,
Dude, it's like a backwards
or
sounding.
trying to like suck them back in.
Oh my god, that's
You think if you use, like-
nightmarish.
like a shop vac, you could do that to yourself?
Would you rather
Dude,
suck
so-
your balls back in through your urethra or cut them off and surgically put them back in your nutsack at that point?
Suck them back. I'm not cutting balls off.
They'd get
It's
reattached.
not even a second
They'd
thought.
get
That sounds
reattached, but they'd
horrible.
have to get cut off to be put back into the sack.
Ooh.
Now, and it's
God.
worth
Hey,
noting.
but hold on. Do I get any numbing agents during the snip?
Yeah, does my dick get a little bump of cocaine before we start this whole ordeal?
No, you're in the building's on fire. You got to do
woods.
this quickly.
The building's on fire, and I'm cutting my nuts off.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I was trying to
I
make
get-
it real.
I'd rather have him go through my urethra.
I think either way, it's gonna be horrible. So I'm just gonna pick one and go with just whichever.
There's not really a winner.
No.
No one really wins in that.
It seems like both are
the building's
losses for
on
my
fire.
balls.
So what the fuck after?
If
And
you
all
could
those-
show me like the proper method to somehow learn to inhale things through the tip of my dick to suck my balls back inside of me, I would for sure do that if you could show me that technique.
You do the Marilyn Manson technique. You remove 2 ribs and then you suck your dick really, really hard.
Well, I would be sucking my
really hard.
farther out of my dick.
There's a dude I work with that can suck his own dick.
What?
He just straight up told
Guys,
you that he
guys,
could
let's
suck
get
I hadn't
let's get
asked
real.
What do you mean?
Who here has tried to suck their own dick?
I've tried, yeah,
Same.
but
I
it
think
was
everyone has
super
tried to do that.
unsuccessfully. I almost broke
Everyone's
my
tr-
neck and fell out of my bunk bed. Was crying. It was horrible. Never did that.
Fucking
again.
monkeys do it.
Yeah.
I think everyone has tried.
One
to do
time I was able to kiss the head. Took a lot of stretching. I get it all.
Really? Were you really?
Yeah.
I have dreams and I'm able to suck my own dick all the time. I don't know what
What?
it is. I have a dream like I'm able to just like.
Now, how do you do it?
Suck
Do you
my
just
own dick.
lean
Yeah, but
down?
what's your-
Do you lean down or do you
Yeah.
giving yourself head? Dude,
Do you-
that's not a good thing.
do you lean down or do you do you?
What the fuck?
This being a reoccurring
What
dream
the
is an
fuck?
issue.
It is though.
You know,
Something
dream
happens. I
interpreters
had a
say that
dream-
means prosperity.
What was that, Joey?
Dream interpreters say that means prosperity.
Are you lying?
No, look it
Of
up.
course he's lying. What are you he's making a joke? What are you talking about?
I want that
I have
to
another
be
dream.
true.
I have a
If you suck
graphic.
your own dick in the fucking dream world?
Yeah,
Hold
if you
on, what?
come in your own mouth, do you die in real life? Like,
No,
what
it
is-
means
what are you
yes,
trying to say? here?
love.
Yes.
It
Yes.
means friendship is coming your way.
Luke was like, "Oh, are you serious? Did you go to college for that, Joey? Like, did you went to dream school with a dream therapist?" And
Yeah, I
she
wrote
fucking-
a thesis
You
paper.
remember the?
Yep, that's right. I'm that retarded.
Yeah,
I
the real
have
you.
0 IQ. I'm dumb as fuck. I don't even know how to run a podcast.
You did think that because you asked him. You fucking asked him, you moron. You were like, "Oh, seriously?" With the most genuine look at the TV screen. Really?
was
Does it mean prosperity? I hope I get some dick suck dreams
I
in
want
my
that to be
future.
real.
Autoerotic cocksuck dreams and shit.
So what do you mean? So tell me the scenario of
Deflect
your
from
dream.
your homoeroticism.
What do you mean you're sucking your own dick? This reoccurring
It's
dick
as simple
sucking
as that,
dream.
Patrick. I've got my legs wrapped up behind my head. I'm in the form of a pretzel, and I'm getting after myself. Just really getting it.
Wait,
but I've
so
never came in my own mouth.
Are
in my
you?
dreams.
Wait, I don't understand though. Are you
wake up
sitting?
before you come?
I'm working on
Are you
it.
sitting straight up or are you on your back and like you're trying to lean your legs up
Yeah, you're
over to get
folding?
your dick?
Boys, I'm gonna be honest. All I know is my dick is in my mouth. That's all I know.
You're just in such ecstasy at the thought of.
Joey, he doesn't even know if it's his dick he's sucking. If he doesn't know if
He's
on
just-
his
No,
back.
because I can
he's
see my
doing it.
fat, no, my fat guts all
sees
in
the
my
fold.
chin and shit.
It could
He
be
sees the
another
fold.
man's fat gut in your face.
No, because I'm bending down. I know that I'm bending down. I'm just not
Co-
real clear.
Cody's like, I know it's my dick because I could.
Knees.
Cody's like, I know it's
It's
my
like-
dick because I could fit 5 other dicks in there.
What the fuck? And the more I think about it, the more hilarious it is.
It's like
What the fuck?
like this. Like
What the fuck?
Oh, see what that's good. What you need to do is lean backwards so you go almost like on your shoulders and neck and like have your legs come up over your head and then have your dick sort of gravity will sort of pull it down towards your mouth.
Well, I'll tell Dream Me that the next time I'm lucid dreaming and I'm like, oh, I could suck my own dick right now.
I don't like how confident.
What? Joey, have
Oh
you
wait,
ever-
Joey gave me some good advice. Hold on, let me just move my leg this way.
So, Joey, have you ever like tried your own cum before?
Yeah, I've tried the taste of
I
it.
did.
You take a little dollop on the tongue.
He
You know.
did that once, and I'm thinking it stems to these dreams.
Did you wait? You said you did do it though, right?
Yeah.
He did it too. You fuck. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
These liars said
Yeah.
that they've never just.
What about your own piss?
I haven't tasted my piss either.
Oh my god!
I've never tasted
Hold
my
on,
piss.
Joey,
so I can
Joey.
be honest about that.
So
I haven't.
H3 Podcast had this like this thing that they were asking people, and I think it's like a true thing. Have you ever like farted in your own hand and smelled it?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, everyone has fucking done that shit.
I haven't.
Nope.
I haven't.
Bullshit.
I
You've been
make-
alive for how long?
No, I fart and I can smell it instantly. My farts are destructive and horrible, Patrick. What do you mean I don't need
You
more
never
of it
never
next to my
farted in your
nose?
own hand.
If he fucking cupped his
I just
farts
don't know if I
in his
believe
nose,
that.
he would fucking mustard gas himself.
For sure, I would lose
No
all my
way.
nose hairs. Like, there's no way. There's nothing protecting me from bacteria at that point. My nose would just leak blood and fucking.
You
Oh,
never
smell.
ever done that. That's bullshit. That is
Why
bullshit.
would I just told you I tried my own cum. I just told you that.
You're fucked up.
Just told you. I told you I sucked my own dick in my dreams.
I told you that in confidence.
Yeah, and you're like, he's for sure lying about farting his hand and smelling. Like, the other two are way worse. Why would I tell you the truth?
Now we're just going to get into some weird place where we're going to be like, have you ever pooped in another man's butt? What? No. Yeah, of course not. That'd be fucking gay and weird, right?
Yeah, that's Pat's next question.
Jesus.
Pat's like, you ever take a fucking toddler and just skin him and wear him like a condom?
What the fuck?
I think Ari Shaffir admitted on a recent Joe Rogan podcast that he still like actively eats his boogers.
Yeah, all the time.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Okay, I pick my nose.
That's like there's stress habits, and I understand nose picking is a maintenance and stress habit, but like eating them is another problem.
You know, we're touching on a lot of pretty fucking gross stuff, and it actually ties in with one of the articles that you guys sent me. I think this would be a good time for us to do Am I
Let's
Gross
do it.
Fuck?
Let's bring that shit up.
For sure.
Let's do it. Am I Gross Fuck? Let's do it.
Mom, do you ever feel not so fresh down there? No, there must be something wrong with you. Really? Yeah, I've never had that problem, and I don't know any woman who has.
Motherfucker! Bite off his penis.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I come all over my face.
And you're like, what the fuck is eco-sex?
Some of y'all is nasty as hell. Some of y'all is nasty as hell.
All right, guys. You know and love this segment. Am I gross? And I don't know that I don't think I've done this with you guys. I've got these. I think these segments are new since we did a podcast last.
This is new to us.
Yeah, show us the way.
So essentially, the way I like to start this one, which tied in perfectly with what we're talking about, essentially I like to ask my guests, what's something weird or gross that you either do or did, and sort of in the vein of like things that you were either afraid to tell other people to do, or you wondered, like, am I the only person that does this? And the example I always give is every time I go take a piss, halfway through the piss, I flush the toilet and I try and race myself and finish pissing before the water goes down.
I do the same thing. I do the same fucking thing all the time.
I know a lot of people that do.
I didn't tell
almost
someone
like a competition with each other.
Yeah, I didn't tell another soul that for 20 years. 20 years I didn't tell another soul that because I was like, this is psychotic. No one else does this.
You're not alone.
I do that every fucking
or
time.
Cody.
Yes.
Cody's got long hair, so maybe he'll appreciate. This is the other one I give. And it's funny enough, a girl revealed this to me. And I thought I did this. This happened to me for years, and I thought I was the only person. This one I was like, I will never tell another person this until someone else told me. But and it only applies to people with long hair. If you have long hair and like, especially after you shower or something, like you'll have like a stray hair like around your like butt crack, and you go to like pull it out, and it just runs between your butt cheeks, almost like a rapist ghost
I've
finger.
Been there.
Oh
my god! I know exactly.
And a chick was like, you know that
satisfying feeling.
Dude, this chick one time was like,
out,
when this happens, and she's like, oh, that feeling's great, and I was like, wow, I'm not alone, cool. I was just harboring
Have you ever pulled a hair off your dick before, like a long like hair that's like wrapped around you, and you felt like you were gonna wire your dick
off,
like cheese wire, and you're like, I gotta be so stealthy and careful, and there might be some jizz clinging to it. You don't know what this hair is from. You're trying to get it off, it gets stuck towards the head, and you're like,
oh, this is the sharp part.
There's a weird thing that happens in my head when I think about a hair or something going into the slit of my pee hole. Like I get this I get this feeling that's indescribable in my body. Like I just think about my head feels like there's electricity going down the middle of it every time that I think about, like, just imagine like an envilope going into your pee hole.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just that little like, ooh. I would get that
like, oh god.
I weirdly would have this like just this thought of like, it's so random. Never had a traumatic experience. I don't know why. I would just have this thought of like a screwdriver just being jabbed into my eye. So like anytime, it's why I can't wear contacts, is because like anytime something gets near my eye, like a finger, like if I fucking put my finger like right in front of my fucking eye, like I'm almost touching it right now, like my eye's already starting to water, and like it just wigs the fuck out. And I can't explain it. Just my eyes just get like I'll start having to like rub them. They'll start watering. No idea why.
Dude, have you ever seen like LASIK eye surgery? Like how that's done?
I want it so bad, but I can't. It's so fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying. I want it too. I have horrible vision.
Same.
What'd you say, Luke?
I was nothing there.
Oh, I was gonna say, because one of my old coworkers, Maggie, she showed me like her husband's like LASIK eye surgery, and they take off the fucking black part of your eye, like completely off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even know that could come off of your eye.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like a hole in your eye.
Did not know that part. The only part that I knew about was that they put the little thing in that like holds your eyes open.
Yeah.
And I'm like that alone.
The whole time,
I was like, I'm
smell
out.
it. You smell the fucking laser burning in your eyeball.
Mm.
You smell it, dude.
Yeah.
It's only like it's a really quick surgery, but I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
I'll stick with
and
my
you, like,
shitty vision.
You can still see with the black pupil part taken off of your eye when it's just the blue part. I was like, what the fuck? It is so fucking
So then they
strange,
put
but
it back
it's only like
on
a
your eye?
24-hour healing period.
And
What'd you say?
And then they put it back on, like over the eye after the surgery.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Eyeballs
are a
strange.
weird
The
thing,
picture
aren't
she
they?
showed me, what'd you say?
Eyeballs are a weird thing because they're like
a goo, like a fleshy...
They're like a goo, like almost in a sack, but they're like they hold so much like fucking like information, or like the amount of like, you know, real life pixels, so to speak, that they're able to take in, on top of the fact that they're like seemingly like not hollow, but like the way the like the what you're talking about, like when you remove that, it's a picture, it's like, oh, they're just going right into the fucking eyeball. It's just eyeballs are
weird. Eyeballs are very weird because we see things in like a reflection, but all the color that we see in the world is just the way the light reflects off an object, which is kind of weird to see. And it's kind of weird how colorblind people don't have like a similar kind of vibe to it. But basically, it's just weird that in general that our fleshy bits in our body just do what they do, and they create what we have. Like everything you have around you is based off these fleshy and fluid ran systems in your body, and like your skull like doesn't have any fucking like facial expressions, but the flesh around it moves. It's just human body's
I know. Our Lord and Savior God he's just really a genius guy, isn't he?
Yeah. So back to your topic, your segment.
Oh yeah. So I mean, yeah. What do you any specific stories from you guys, or? Cody kind of covered the bill for him.
To contribute to that weird habit. I've done this for years, and I just want to give a hats off to all of my friends who have seen me openly do it shamelessly and have not asked what it is. I was like, because I have long hair, or longish hair.
No, you don't.
No, it's really short.
I pull it and I spin it and then I pinch it.
What do you mean?
I
like,
just do.
Yank it?
I do the same thing.
No. If I
this?
yanked it, I'd say I yanked it. Yeah, I do that, and then I just pinch it.
You do that?
Yeah.
I do that all day long.
Yeah.
That's like
What makes that
90%
gross?
of having long hair.
I've never once seen anyone else do it.
Bro, I do it all day. I play with my hair.
I do it
Brush my
nonstop.
hair. I'm obsessed with fucking with my hair.
I don't
do it all
play
the
with
time.
my hair. I
My
let
friend asked me the other
bitches
day,
play
like,
with my
"You gonna
hair."
Brush your hair again today, Cody? Like, what does that mean?
Fuck nah.
She was like, you brush your hair like fucking 5 times in the last hour I've seen you. And I was like, I do.
Staring at a
Yeah,
mirror
'cause we
with
give a
front of you,
shit.
like,
No,
combing your hair, like,
I sit in my
excessively.
chair and just do it. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah. No, you know what it is, because we're men and we give a shit. You notice how like in relationships, like guys always Louis J. Gomez making an Xbox appearance, great. You never notice how like fucking, it's like whenever you get in a relationship, there's always the age old like hacky thing where it's like, oh, like women, they stop giving a shit and stuff in this marriage. It's like they really do, kind of like, we still gotta fucking dress up and look nice and shit, and they're just a bunch of fucking slobs. Like, yeah, I gotta brush my hair so it's not a greasy, disgusting mess. Maybe you should try it.
Not in
bristle,
my
bitch.
experience, Joey, but I've seen the people out there where I've seen that happen before, but not in my experience.
I will say, when I had long hair, I used to take care of that shit like a motherfucker, and I used to get made fun of quite a lot for it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to have like hair all the way down to like midway to my back, just jet black. I used to straighten it all the time. I used to put like dye in it all the time. I was like a scene kid. And when I dyed it, I always like teased it. I would spend forever just stylizing my hair, and I would cut it and shit. It was really weird that now, like thinking in hindsight, that I did all that, but I totally know what you mean. Like you just gotta, you take care of your hair more, like you care about it more. I miss having long hair sometimes. I wish I could grow it out, but getting to that midpoint,
You could.
the midpoint,
Just
you know
grow
what
it
I'm
out.
talking about?
Yeah, my buddy
growing the top out.
just got through it. He was like, weekly, he's like, I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm like, bruh, get a little more time. You're almost there. And he's just now at a point where he can like pull it back and it's not in his face. And I'm like, you made it, dog. You made it to the promised land.
I gotta do it. I just gotta take time and do it. But
Ever since I've grown mine out, I just keep this fucking hat on. I don't know why. Like, I just never wear it without the hat, usually.
it was
It's
the
because-
opposite for me.
For me, it's because I always work in a kitchen. I have to have a hat on or keep my hair in a ponytail, and I'd rather have the hat and
Yeah.
my hair tucked back.
I feel that.
So it's like I'm just always in, like 5 days a week, I'm in this fucking hat constantly, and I just feel like my hair had hair on top, and then like normal long like flowing locks at the bottom, and I don't want to take it off and have it look all fucked up.
So when
the longest I've ever had was just down to my shoulders, and once I cut it, I just
can't go back.
Yeah, I felt the relief.
I had my hair down to my ass.
I couldn't do it.
Cut it. I had it short for years, and then I cut it.
Serious discipline.
I had long. I mean, my hair is as long as it was before. I cut it senior year of high school, like super fucking like short. Like I had like it was just like that much maybe. It was just sort of like gelled back a little bit, and then it was kind of fun for like 2 months. But then it was really interesting to see like how fake people are when I went from like when I went to having short hair and like clean shaven and shit senior year. Dog, the amount of popular kids that immediately wanted to be my friend, astounding. Like I really got to see like how
for cutting your hair.
Literally, like as if I was like a new kid that had moved there. They're like, oh, Joey, dude, fucking looks great, man. Blah, blah. And then like just being more included, like in their shit, like people that I would never hang out with, the quote unquote like popular kids of like the grade, or like you picture every like grade when you were in school or whatever, they had like their sort of like top 10, 20 students that like, oh, those are the fucking like the kids, so to speak.
Yep. And now all those kids got pregnant right after high school.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did, motherfucker.
Or dental assistants.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
fucking cunts.
The gross thing about me when I had long hair, I was told that if I shampooed it too much, it would fry and split ends and shit.
Yeah.
So what I did is I didn't use any shampoo for over a year on my hair when it was super long. I only conditioned it. And I feel like that made it really greasy and gross.
Yeah, that's
then you gotta clean your fucking hair out.
Yeah, that was forever ago. That was a long time ago. But
were you just like everyday showering and doing that specifically, or?
I mean, I just wouldn't use shampoo specifically. I would use just conditioner when I took a shower. I still took a shower.
What was the logic though?
It would just like if I'd use shampoo, it would dry my hair out too much, and I get a lot of split ends.
Yeah, someone just told you retarded it.
Straightening is what gave you the split ends.
Well, no, that helps. That if you keep it in like if it's greasier in your hair, and this was what like the people that were cutting my hair. I went to a professional studio.
It helps to keep it from burning.
Yeah, it stops it from burning. That stops the frying, but the split ends also come with the straightening. But if I keep it like greasier,
well, guys, we're talking about straightening hair, and I'm not gonna lie, this is gayer than taking my dick out in front of all of you guys.
Yeah, I mean it is gay, but this was a different. This was obviously rare form.
It was a different time
back in the day.
It was a different
I'm
era.
just trying to tell a story from it.
I couldn't help myself.
Let's keep talking about sucking our own dicks and playing with their hair.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Well,
so let's.
And you guys like fingers in your ass? Or dicks
yeah,
in your ass?
No, I'll take a finger. Why not?
You ever do a finger for real?
Yeah,
Tell
why
us
not?
the story, Joey. How'd you get into that? What went down that brown and dark road?
I don't even remember when the initial. I don't even remember when the initial like penetration was, but I don't know. I think a chick was just like blowing me, and she was just like sort of pressing on it like an elevator button, and I was just kind of like, I was like, that's kind of nice.
Knocking on the back door.
She's like, that isn't a little nice, and then she went, and then she went like a little in. I was like, not bad.
Oh, the door's going to the
Then she jammed her fist in. I was like, too much. No, it was I don't know. It's not like
too much because your dick got a new level of hard that you never expected it to get. And you were like, no, I don't want to find out that I'm gay. No, hold on, and then pull it out, please. You got that next level of hard dick when you got that finger in your ass?
Dog.
I already know what happened, Joey. Don't lie to me.
Are you watching me?
I mean, yesterday.
You have all those cameras in your house.
Shit, you're right. I'm constantly making a reality show in my house, but I forget that I am.
I think this is a good point for a quick break. I got to take a piss like a motherfucker.
Yeah, where are we at, Joey? What time is it? An hour in?
We're about an hour in. I was gonna go to this dick article here. If Pat, you want to run?
Yeah. Dick? Let's go to that after we come a break. I got to take a piss like a motherfucker.
Are we able to take a break? Does that work with your show?
Yeah, we can take a break, or I mean, if he wants to piss, do all of you have to piss, or?
No,
I'm fine. We
can
keep it
then,
going.
Pat, go piss. We're professionals here. Some of us know how to hold our piss. Damn it.
Not Pat, apparently. All right, we'll keep it going.
All right, so let's.
Pull up your dick article. Is it an article written about your dick after the Olympics?
Yeah, it's an extra.
Joey O'Neal wins gold medal at the 2018 Olympdicks held in Boston, Mass.
Before we do that, we never actually told people what happened at the end.
Like you're right. You're right. We should.
Won. What happens when you lose?
I won. Shocker. dude, I wiped the floor with the competition. Scott Wharton, his bitch ass didn't even show up. He was afraid. He couldn't handle the heat of this dick. Phil lost honorably.
He was like, I happened to just now on the day, since we planned this for months, I just now happen to be in a place with no internet. Shucks. Well, this is my last message. I'll talk to you tomorrow when I'm in a place with internet. Magically. No, I wouldn't lie.
It's fine. It's fine. He can, you know, some people are pussies and can't take their dick out on camera. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm one of them.
Sounds like
you like that subtle shade I threw.
I'm one of them, but I'll talk crazy shit to Scott Wharton because chances are I'll never meet him in real life.
I tried to get.
Love you, Scott. You seem like a nice guy.
I tried to get him onto the shows, Joey. I tried to get him on. He told me to get in contact with his agent, and I did. And his agent said that it was too early, that he would message me back when he woke up, and then he never woke up.
Who is it? Wait, who is that? Teresa's?
I guess it wasn't his. That wasn't his name at the time when I was told.
Talk to my agent. Isn't he like open mic level? The fuck you mean? He's got an agent.
Was his agent also named Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
It's
Scott Cunningham from. He's one of the guys that runs the one of the Church of What's Happening Now groups.
He had asked that I had to find a place for him to do a show in town, and I found some guys who could guarantee him a show in town.
I'll talk to him because that's weird. He never. I didn't even know that he was like. I didn't even know Scott was like booking for him because he's traveling around with Teresa's right now around the country doing their shit. So like I would think that.
Well, this was a while ago.
Yeah, so maybe things have changed.
Well, anyways,
then.
we're getting
sidetracked. Yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah, Olympics. Sorry. So yeah, I won. Phil lost. So as the winner, I tried to have it I tried to make it for today, but I didn't realize it needed fucking 5 hours to sit in its molding and shit. But essentially, the winner's dick my dick will be molded into a dildo, exact replica of my dick, and that will be a trophy. For the 2018 Olympdicks, I'm gonna keep it here on the table as a fucking badge of honor. We're gonna offer it as a merch item if people would like to buy it. Why not?
Buy Joey's dick for your girlfriend, so your girlfriend can see how awesome Joey's dick is. And
so if you want your girlfriend to,
you want to know what we saw,
you can buy that from
www.patlikeswatchinglittleboys.com /S.T.C podcast.
Yeah, / the bastard sermon.
God damn it. So we're we'll sell it until next year's model. Next year's champion will be available for purchase also at the 2019 games. But why not buy it? Here's the thing: if anyone legitimately buys this and sends in a video of them fucking themselves with it, we'll give you something. We'll free merch. Like we'll figure something out because that
a shout out.
Something
will give you a shout out.
A measly shout out.
We'll play the uncensored video for all the internet to watch.
We'll watch in silence as you do that.
As your reward.
We'll have to think of something. I mean, that would be amazing. If someone sent me a video of them fucking themselves with my dick, dude or chick, I don't care. That would be hilarious. Hilarious. And so that's gonna get molded, and I'll be sure to send you guys a picture of the molding if you guys want to like show it or share it and shit. I'll probably do that in the next day or so.
He's trying to send us a dick picture without actually sending us a dick picture.
Right, that's a meta dick picture sending.
So wait, Joe, you were so adamant about don't have your phone out during this, don't be taking pictures of my dicks, I'm gonna be upset. But you'll like sell a mold of your dick, not just a dick picture where it's hard to tell the size. No, you can have Joey's actual dick, full-size model, mailed to your house and shit. Well, you're fine with that?
He said early in the Olympdicks that he's a grower, not a shower. So he wants the main piece, the Magnum, when it's at full flex, the Incredible Hulk, he's fine to show that off. But he doesn't want to show Bruce Banner.
No floppy.
The floppy was fine though. It wasn't like it was just a dick. Like,
but fucking no fucking chick is going to a dildo store and buying. Oh, I want the soft dick dildo. Like fucking
I know, but like, what's the shame involved?
That would be weird.
Just like that's the soft version. You want the softy model and then the hard model.
Is there such thing as soft dick dildos?
I'm sure there is.
Gotta be.
Someone look that up.
We got off base again, though. So, anyways, you molded your dick. What happened to the loser? What happened to Filippo?
The loser had to. So basically, we preemptively made a molding of everyone's butthole, and we sent them off to be made into chocolates. And so the loser had to eat butt chocolate from the winner.
Now, we already know the answer to this, but the listeners are for sure going to want to know the answer. How does one get their butthole made into chocolate? Tell us the whole process. Don't even skip a step.
Well, let's see. So there's... How did I do this? Let's say I ordered... I can't remember the company's name, but literally there's only one company that if you look them up, butthole chocolate molding, like it'll come right up. They send you a little kit. You make like the little... chocolate starfish plaster, so to speak. You put it over your butthole. You let it, sit there for, I can't remember how it was, several minutes or so.
Do you just sit on it? Like, how does that? I don't understand how it works. Like you shove it up your asshole?
Yeah, you just paint it onto your asshole and you let it get hard. And that's what she said. And then you peel it off, and then it's got a molding of your butthole, and then you send that back.
Bro,
to
do any
them.
hairs come with it? Any chocolate? Any butt chocolate?
Of course,
come with it?
of course. But then they take that and they create a mold from your mold, and then they use that and make a whole...
Hold on a second. You sent them, you mailed them your actual... Is it undeniable what it is when you see the mold? You're like, for sure that's a human's asshole. No way that's not a human's asshole.
Pretty
and
much.
Then you didn't clean that off. It's got hairs stuck in the plaster of it.
Why does it smell
mailed that into
No, Cody, you
somebody that had to
psycho.
touch it with no
Of course
gloves
I
on.
made sure there wasn't hairs on it. It was a joke. Are you fucking Luke now?
Okay.
And you also think they're just freehanding it with no gloves?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I hope
because
they're
it's
wearing
not a
gloves.
butthole
He's not
chocolate.
an asshole chocolate
Well,
expert.
clearly you knew because you
No,
fucking
Luke,
asked.
Luke, you psychopath.
Oh, you
It's
didn't
not
know,
a
you
butthole
retard.
chocolate company. It's a company that will take whatever you mold out of plaster and make a fucking chocolate bar out of
No,
it.
Do you think
no.
they'll do his dick?
No. I think they specifically do buttholes. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
So I'm sure they got a
buttholes.
solid method of handling it with gloves.
all
And,
right.
and so I gave him.
It felt like it was probably more of a victory for Filippo to eat those chocolates because
he
they were
did
just
seem a
chocolate. He was
little-
just eating regular chocolate. It was just the shape of your asshole sphincter.
Yeah, no, it's good tasting
pinch.
chocolate. I obviously tried one. It just tastes like regular chocolate. There's no.
I want to
So-
try your butthole now, Joey.
I'll send some to you guys. I got some left over.
Do you have a lot?
Do you really?
How
Can
many-
you send some to us?
Yeah, I
We'll
could send some
fucking
to you guys.
hang it up or something.
I'll totally send you guys some.
We'll frame
Hang
it.
up
Yeah,
candy.
we'll frame it.
Dude, I'll frame it. Yeah, keep it in the studio and shit.
They'll
We have
just
Joey's
Like, oh, you
butthole.
have chocolates framed. Why is that? It's like that's someone's asshole.
We have Joey's butthole, and then we get Joey's dick, and then we keep the dick and
The same
butthole
frame.
in the same.
And then it's just one really hot summer, and it's like, what's
It's
that
just all good-
frame? It's like that's Joey's
no.
super poopy butthole.
No,
Air
his butthole
conditioning
melted.
today.
Oh my god.
Damn.
No, we'll buy a temperature control box. It'll cost us like 80 grand a year, but don't worry, it will be worth it.
Is this a good time to segue into one of the videos I sent you? That's
Yeah.
speaking of
So this is what we're gonna
people
go
that are
into for
afraid
the.
to eat stuff or get stuff on their junk.
Yeah, we're gonna do the ever worn a condom to go swimming video next. I think we
Yeah,
were talking about
because-
dicks so much. I think it's a good, and we were talking about
Yeah.
condoms too. Like guys, we're fucking professionals. Are you kidding me?
Condoms suck.
They do. They're the worst thing ever. Whoever invented them, you got one bullet. You shoot Hitler or the guy that made condoms.
So-
Prop made condoms, right? I mean, obviously.
So this video that I found, which is absolutely cringy, whenever you get a chance, look up man wants to impress his fiance and then puts a penis shield and a giant life jacket on. Look that up on YouTube and you'll find it. It's from a show called 90 Day Fiance, which is about all these like incel like people who can't get laid or get any girlfriends or whatever. They get mail order brides and they try to like get a stable relationship and they never fuck or anything. And it's so fucking awkward.
That's
So this
sounds
like,
awkward. So,
this
wait, was
lady's
it you that
really
was telling
attractive,
me about this the other
and
day? Someone mentioned this
What's
show.
that?
Someone mentioned this
I
show. to me
think
the
I
other
might
day.
have
I think it was
mentioned
you.
Yeah. So you watch this and this guy's they get to swim in a regular like some lake and wherever and she's totally in for it, but he is so scared of germs. Just watch what happens.
Oh my god! All right, you ready? Here, let's. I'm
cringe.
gonna start this in 3, 2, 1, play now.
I want Karini to take an STD and pregnancy test before we get physical. But I want us to have some fun together before I bring that up.
some kind of pregnancy test. Oh.
So they're just walking around outside right now.
Going to a lake. And
looking for a place to swim. She's super attractive.
Yeah, so they're just like.
So this is an incel dude trying to get with this super hot girl?
Yeah, it's 90 Day Fiance, so it's trying to get her like citizenship.
The only reason she's with him at
It's
all right
citizenship.
now is citizenship and this TV show, whatever TV show money's going on right
You guys know what the fuck mail order brides are?
I've never looked into
all
it.
what they're about.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they do it.
Yeah.
Just so people are so desperate to get laid that they'll just do that, knowing what they're getting into. But like she's like getting into the pool, you know, in her bikini and all this stuff.
It's not
like,
a pool, it's a river.
Not a pool, a river, a lake, whatever. And he is just sitting there like he's freaking out. I don't know what to do. So he's like, I got my trusty cock sock. Okay, I can put the cock sock around my dick. Oh, but you know what else I can do? I can put a fucking condom over my dick, then put the cock sock on, and then put on fisherman bottoms to get in the fucking water. So, can you imagine how fucking she's like, oh my god.
Is this dude fucking for real?
Yeah.
Joe, are you watching this in the same time that we're watching
She's
it?
like, take it off. And he's getting in the water.
She's already so upset.
A life jacket, a cock shield, and a condom. He's looking like he can't swim.
He just collapsed.
She's like, take it off, but you look like a fool. She's splashing him in the face with water because she finds it hilarious.
This man doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah, this is absolutely
I can't believe
pathetic. He says poop water. That's what he just said to her. Poop water. The poop water got in my mouth.
I don't like this neurotic side of Phil. It embarrasses me a little, she said. That is the understatement of the fucking millennium. That dude is the cringiest. That dude should never leave his fucking basement, ever.
He did this all on TV. Like, he couldn't even just suck it up just for television.
Good God.
What the fuck?
Dog,
People are just...
I gotta kind of wonder if that's real. Like, it did seem a
totally
little...
real. That is absolutely 100% real.
There's no way that guy's acting.
It's on the TV show 90 Day Fiance. Like, this is all based on.
Oh,
TV
because
show.
it's on TV. It's
my
real.
grandpa's answer for why he knows it's real. Oh, it's on the TV. Well, the TV would never lie to me.
Pat, are you on this show?
No.
Why are you so intimately familiar with it? You're taking it real seriously.
Just because it's so ridiculous,
Pat's the producer of this
don't
show.
believe it. You just said like, oh, that's too ridiculous.
It just felt a little hemmed up.
Like, yeah, let me tell you how this is fake. After the shit we saw yesterday.
What was fake yesterday? I had my dick out. There's nothing. I didn't have a fucking hologram of my dick overlaid there. That was all dick.
Dude, I think this is absolutely real.
It totally could be. It totally could be. I'm almost like, come on. There's no way this guy's this much of a fucking pussy. I mean, there definitely are guys.
Yeah, he
like
totally
that,
is. Totally is.
There's definitely people that are that much of a pussy out there.
Dude,
back in the day, they
does
used
he
to
have
get eaten by
money?
wolves, but now we've got houses. So
now, do these people have money, or are they literally just so pathetic that the casting people are like, got him?
So this dude got a fucking mail order bride.
But you know he's got good money.
Not always. No, a lot of the times in this show, the guys are broke, and like, like she'll want to buy like a $300 dress or something, and he'd be like, "No, I can't afford that right now," or
it's out of my budget.
Yeah, like shit like that. Or some people will spend all their money to go fly to the other country, pick them up, and fly back as if they don't trust them or some shit.
TLC is fucking buying these fiancés for them if they can't fucking buy
something
them a
like
nice
that.
coat, because that literally doesn't make. Dude, mail order brides are so fucking expensive. You're buying
Mail
a
order
person.
brides, like, yeah,
you
dude.
understand that? You're buying a person.
I
They're
still don't
expensive.
understand how that works. So like they fly over here and marry you and then get the green card, but like, well, I guess I don't understand. Are you paying their like Russian pimp or whatever for the right to have them come over and get married to you? But then I don't understand. Are they then required to?
I don't think that's what it is always. I do think that that's kind of like a human trafficking kind of situation you're talking about. But what I definitely think is that there's these websites people can sign for if they're really desperate. And I guess it's legal in their area to go and do something like this. So you sign up, be on the dating site, and they call it like just a meeting and interaction, or like like eHarmony or something like that. That's how they set it up, but like everyone knows what it's about.
So
it's
it
like
looks legit.
What like people say like Tinder is for hookups. It's kind of like, well, this site is for this. Everyone
Not
knows what
anymore.
they're
It's
getting
not.
into.
Apparently, it's just for fucking wasting people's time. Let me tell you.
Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. The whole thing
Swipe
is
left
ridiculous.
if you're looking for hookups. Get off Tinder and go to OkCupid, you whore.
Some people can't do that though. They need to relate. It's like a lost in translation thing where they want to date these other people because they no one can understand each other at all.
I can't find any good people on Craigslist that want to settle down and have a family with me. Yeah, because they're all trying to get their dick sucked. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
No
Like
one's on
OkCupid
Craigslist.
has like a specific thing for if you're trying to just fuck, but it also like, I mean, like that's where like my wife and I originally like. We were both going to the same school, and I was like a student teacher there. Sorry, quick anecdote. And she was like a student there. I went off for like a couple months in New York and came back. And then like one day was like stoned on the couch and saw an ad for OkCupid, and I was like, I was thinking of those eHarmony commercials, and it wasn't even like, let me try and find someone. I just genuinely was like, let me see what this bullshit is about. Like, I'm just genuinely curious. And I liked their question system, so I just answered a bunch of questions. And like that day, my wife uploaded a picture on her profile from like that school, and that's like how we linked up. So it's like, you can find people on OkCupid.
Absolutely.
But like, it just, dude, it infuriates the fuck out of me. Like, the whole point of Tinder, the whole point of the swipe left and right is you're being purely shallow and just going off looks. Like, you're just like, what? Like, when I look at the photo and I'm swiping left or right on someone, I'm like, would I fuck them? No. Yes.
And there's
nothing
wrong with that, but like, don't expect that you're gonna have a long-term relationship. Like,
well, hold on, let me just throw this right back in your faces because I met Rachel off Tinder and I've been with her for more than a year.
I was just about to say you could do it, but 9 times
there's exceptions to the rule. There's always exceptions.
I mean, there is success stories.
Okay, Pat, let's be 100% honest. When you saw the match, were you like, she has a look in her eyes that tells me that she's going to be a great person, just a loving. She did turn out to be an awesome person.
Absolutely, of course.
What was the initial intent?
Great counter question.
Motherfuckers
I was
over
looking.
here.
I'm not saying. I don't understand why you got to like go at me like that. I'm just saying.
Your initial instinct when you saw her. What was it like?
I thought she was out of my league. I was like, this is unbelievable.
No.
What is it what Joey's saying?
Were you looking on Tinder to fuck, or were you trying to meet people?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't have any intention really with jumping into it. You know, I was just kind of like, I want to try my options, and I just want to see. I didn't know that much about. Believe it or not, it might sound weird, but I didn't really ever use Tinder. I've really been in long-term relationships for a long time.
But it happened to work out for you. But
I didn't know what I was getting into it. So I have a different opinion.
So you were
swiping thing because I didn't really understand fully. I only had it for a small amount of time, but I met her and it was fantastic and it worked out immediately. And so my experience has been nothing but good.
I've met other people though that just like get on there just to fuck. Like, that's their whole thing.
Yeah, that's the stereotype of it. That's a stereotype. So I completely understand.
I think you're the exception to the rule, though.
Definitely.
I don't think that.
I mean, your story. Pat Rachel's origin story is Pat going on Tinder, and then first swipe was Rachel immediately getting the match and going, nice.
Pat was like best case scenarioed it right there.
You know what's really fun? You know what's really fun to do? I've actually started taking a page out of women's books. Because there's so many women that go on Tinder and they're just there for like a quick little ego boost. Like they want to match, they want to talk a little bit. They want you talk a little like dirty shit to them, like haha okay, and then they'll be like, yeah, let's. You're like, all right, word. You're like, let me know when you're free, and they either like don't ever hit back or like, yeah, it's people wasting your time. So now, I'll just go on Tinder just specifically to match with people. Like I'll just swipe right on everyone just to fuck with people, just to be as psychotic as women are. I'm breaking it down and getting in their heads, guys. And you
sound like such a sociopath right
Jesus.
now, Joey.
I know.
Christ, what do you mean? You just get on there just to fucking ruin people's whole days?
Guys.
What do you mean?
Whoa, don't get your boy wrong. I'm going on there to sling dick also. But sometimes I'm just in a mood where I'm just like, if someone pops up and I'm like, I'm not really gonna fuck this person. Because here's the thing, with Tinder, honestly, if you're trying to fuck, it's like sales. It's a numbers game. There's no point in sitting there reading profiles or looking and being like, oh, is she too fat? Just hit yes on fucking everyone, and then when the fatties or grossies match you, just unmatch them. Problem solved.
There's a lesson. I don't know if you haven't figured it out from back in the MySpace days, but if anyone, male or female, has a picture and it's just their face, they are fucking large and
It's called a SIF, a secret internet fatty. A SIF.
Oh my god.
That's what it's called.
No, that is the tell. When you get about 5 or 6 photos into a chick's thing, not 5 or 6, Jesus Christ. When you get 2 or 3, we get 2. We're gonna say 2. When you get 2 photos, gentlemen, 2 photos in, and you still haven't seen a body shot, that's when I start getting anxiety. I'm like, uh-oh.
Joey,
do you feel like that's considered catfishing in a way? Because I love the show Catfish, but would you consider? I mean,
I let bitches know right up front. 6'2", athletic, 180 pounds. Boom. Let them know what they're dealing with. I give them height and dimension. And, you know, some of them will bullshit and they'll just give height, and it's like, okay, great, but yeah, you're 5'11", or they'll be like, oh, I'm 5'9", pretty tall, but it's like, well, that's great. Doesn't matter if you're also fat. Oh, you know what? I'll throw some other shade too. Captain Max yesterday talking all this shit. Max loves fucking fat chicks. Fucking loves it. He's a fatty fucker. Good for him.
A chubby chaser, right?
Yeah. Fuck
you
all
ever heard of a foodie? Do you know what a foodie
yes,
is?
Yes. I got propositioned by one, and immediately.
What do you mean? Tell me about it.
I was talking to this chick.
You?
I was talking to this chick, and she wasn't. No. She wanted me to feed her. She wasn't really that, she was like right on the cusp of like right where you're like, you know what I mean? You're like, I just like good looking enough to where you're like, I'd still fuck them, but you are kind of like teetering where you're like, you're getting towards the end of my limit of where like I'll fuck for just based on the weight. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fuck some like disgusting pig of a human. I mean, I have.
Level 3 thickness.
I have before. I don't plan on doing it because, you know, I'd like to think that, you know, as much as I'm a scumbag and you know, I'll take my dick out on camera, I do have like some fucking respect for myself, just a little bit. And, these fucking, the chick was just like, she's like, oh, so we were talking about kinky shit, and she was just like, oh yeah, and so I have there's this other thing that I'm into. She's like, but it kind of like, it seems like it kind of scares guys off. Already, I'm kind of like with that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is in my head? I'm like, what does she have? Some piss fetish, shit fetish? And I'm like, all right. And I literally said to her, I said, take a chance. Columbus did.
Did you ever pay on someone?
No, I didn't. I also got offered that too.
Joey, do you and your wife both have a Tinder? Like, do you guys have your own?
No, I have my own. She doesn't really go on Tinder. She's not as neither of us are like active, like, you know what I mean? I'm not like actively going on Tinder, like sitting there like, oh, and like scrolling through trying to get pussy.
You just said you actively go on.
You just told me you get on there and you swipe right on everyone.
Yes.
You just said that. You're like, nah, I don't get on there and do that. But you just said
guys,
you're like, nah, I just swipe right on.
That's just how that's just how you're supposed to use Tinder. That is how you're supposed to.
And I quote, when the fatties and the grossies hit you up, and I quote, you just fuck with them.
I don't know. I don't know if I said that exactly. No.
That was
totally
verbatim.
said that, dude.
You can put quotation marks around that shit and put it in a book and teach it in history class. That shit happened. What do you mean?
Fuckers. No. Well,
so what's going on,
guys? First of all, you fucking faggots. Goddamn it. First of all, that's just how you use Tinder. If you're seriously going through Tinder, regardless of what your purpose is, looking at each individual profile and fucking reading it and looking through all their photos, you're just retarded. You're just
reading shit.
Who's got that kind of time? Who's got the? We barely have enough time like to listen to each other's podcasts because we're so busy editing our own podcasts, doing our own podcasts, and then trying to sneak the 1 or 2 podcasts we still listen to. I don't got time to be doing like sitting here and putting like effort into like. Dog, pussy is not that. There's one thing Jesus, my buddy Jesus, not the real Jesus, because the real Jesus is faggot.
Jesus Christ,
yeah. Important thing is like, dude, don't ever let, like, essentially it's just like, don't ever let pussy like have any sort of control over you or anything. Like, I won't ever let it make, like, you know, I can think of like 1 or 2 times where I did, and it just like, you know, maybe I showed up like super late for something, or it just like fucked the day up. But to me, it's like, the second pussy starts being a conflict for me, it's like, no, like I literally, I could delete Tinder off this phone right now. Would not faze me at all. I'll
no balls.
Yeah, do it live.
Yeah, do it live. Do it live for the camera.
Well, I mean, I will, but later.
He's like, I'm doing it, guys. Look.
He's like, I can re-download this shit so fast.
God damn it! Cut it off. Fuck, Connie. You called my bluff.
It's just the Tinder account I showed my wife. I got the secret Tinder account on the
Grindr account
on the burner Walmart phone that I keep like inside the crawl space, mailed like duct taped to the ceiling and shit.
Cody, we're like soul children. How do you know all of this about me?
Because I know
I feel like I could just
the
make
animal of a man you are, because I can relate on a bunch of different levels. We're not the same type of person, like in a lot of ways, but I can tell what kind of gross shit that you're into sometimes. I can see it.
Are you sure we're not the same person? Are you sure we're not the same person? Because I'm pretty sure that would be true, except for the fact that I know that you keep your condoms in your left sock in your bottom drawer behind the pink underwear.
Fuck! How did he know that? Yeah. Holy shit! I didn't tell anybody about the pink underwear.
I know you didn't, but I just did.
Yeah. No, but in real life, I don't wear condoms.
They feel weird. I like them.
I'll chance it.
No. God, I forget what even the point I was fucking making before we.
The way that I've been
different. Troll sling dick on Tinder.
Yeah. No, what I mean is I'm just swiping through because that's just like literally I'll watch TV or something. I'll just be sitting here with my thumb going, just hitting the button. Like to me, like it's just because think about this, guys. It's like applying to jobs nowadays. Like it takes like an hour to apply for one job. It's like you don't have that fucking kind of time. Like I'm just gonna go through, hit yes on everyone. When people match, like because there's so many people who are just inherently not gonna match back with you, whether they don't use their profile, they don't think you're good looking, whatever. Who knows? They spilt cum on their phone and accidentally hit the wrong button. Who knows? The point being is it's just like it's a numbers game, and the only way to efficiently use Tinder is swipe yes on everyone, and then when people match, figure it out. Now, what I'm saying is neither of us actively use it, as in like I'll go on there and like talk some shit with chicks and stuff, but it's not like I'm like, oh, okay, gotta fucking like time for my 3 o'clock, and then I got Susie on Thursday, and like I make no mistake, I literally could do that. I just like I don't have the time, and it's just. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just pussy. There's always going to be pussy. You don't like, so I don't know. She's just, she had an actual like formal college experience. I only did like a 1-year audio production program and shit. So it's like, I didn't really get the experience of like crazy frat parties and shit like that. So I don't know. There's part of me that's like a big, I feel like maybe I'm a little more active than she is just because I didn't really have like a crazy wild, this podcast is my wild phase, except it's not a phase. It's here to stay, baby.
I'm interested in all this shit, like always asking these questions to other people because I've never been that person. Like I've just always been pretty like monogamous, pretty like with the same person for a long period of time and shit like that. I know other people on this podcast. I won't shout anybody out, but I know some people had some wild years and shit or whatever, and I like hearing about that sort of thing because it's entertaining. But
yeah, no. I mean they're wild stories for sure. But absolutely.
So this foodie.
Luke and his dog. I mean,
Luke, leave the dog.
This is like Luke's 15th dog now.
Oh my god.
ever since he's went through his interspecies phase.
Jesus Christ. Wild. Luke's raping fucking dogs. Patrick's raping babies.
It's not dog rape, Joey. It's consensual dog fucking. Come on, the dog.
Cody like
lipstick out and everything.
Loves the old people. Loves them.
Jesus Christ. So a foodie fucking
just tried to shoehorn in me raping the old. What was that, Pat?
I don't know. It just everyone needs to be involved.
Oh my god. So there's this foodie chick. I was talking to her and she was like right on the cusp of where I was like I would still fuck her. She's good enough looking, like a little heavier but not fat, just bigger lady. And so I'm like okay, take a chance. Columbus did. Which also, by the way, that's my new thing of knowing whether or not a chick's cool and I want to hang out with her. I'll drop that phrase, and if their response is Columbus was a terrible person, because that's usually what they say. It's something like that. I just immediately walk away. I'm like, you have no fucking sense of humor. Take a chance. Columbus did. Columbus was a terrible. Shut up, you fucking nerd. Jesus Christ. So the foodie chick was like, yeah, she's like, scare some people off. And I was like, take a shot, shoot your shot. What's up? And then she told me, she's like, well, I'm a foodie, and I like I sexually get off to being like fed.
Force fed.
Yeah, force fed. She's like, I want to become as like fat as possible and shit. And she laid this all out at me. My response, blocked.
Was
that shit sometimes makes me sad because people are just trying to die.
I'm not gonna.
Like,
you want me? So what you're asking me to do is murder you.
400 pounds. I'm just like, oh god, you're just trying to
lack
kill
of
yourself.
Common sense.
It's just not even lack of common sense.
Like, you don't care about yourself.
It's assisted. It's assisted suicide when you really boil it down. Like you're helping them kill themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boogie2988 talks about it all the time. You know that dude's channel or whatever, where he talks about being in. He talks about being in a feeder relationship where he was just like suicidal and ready to go, and like she was young and hot and skinny, and she just like her fetish was seeing him just fucking eat 2 pumpkin pies and a whole turkey and fucking put down
gonna die.
2 liters of vanilla Coke, and like he had an infection in his leg, and she was like, I don't want you to go to the hospital because I just want to feed you cake all day. Like he was just ready to die. Like fucking that's what part of it is. Like they're suicidal people, and it's I don't know, it's on some level sad.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some mental illness I feel like involved in that. There's some fucked
God,
up
I
movie
love a
that's
girl
about
that lost her parents young.
Yeah.
You guys ever just get really glad, like, man, I'm so glad my wiener doesn't work that way?
Yeah.
Like, thank fuck, like I never just like
some awful
saw a jar of peanut butter or like got tickled once. Like, fuck, now I'm hard as shit now. Like this is the only thing that'll get it now.
It's like that
100%.
stump porn video we watched. Like, there's only one guy that can. There's like maybe like a handful of people on the planet that have one specific fetish, and the only fetish for video they have is that stump porn video.
Yeah, dude, I do feel horrible for you and your rabbi kid dick suck video thing.
Herpes for life.
Wow, Jesus, what the fuck, dude?
I'm trying to think.
Pat's
if there's...
getting mad at me on this episode. I can feel it. Wait, Pat, you said before you keep going, Pat said that he wanted to throw some shade at me and Luke before the podcast started, but we never got to it.
Oh, that's really fucking dumb.
Shoot your shot.
I feel like one of you two stole my ice cream scoop.
What?
Yeah.
Why
would you guys
Are you being
do that?
serious? Is this
Why would you guys
shade?
steal?
This is a real thing.
My ice cream
I
scoop.
think I stole your ice
Can
cream
I,
scoop?
if I could interject?
Ice cream scoop yeah.
I don't think either of them took it. And the reason I say that is they're really only working with two scoops of ice cream, and that's when they fuck each other and their balls land one on each other. You know what I mean? Like two balls on balls, like 2 scoops of ice cream.
True.
They don't really need to scoop onto it. So that would just be my
the
piece.
cone is in Luke's butt too. How'd you know?
So
to this day,
where were you the night of? Hold on, I gotta pull up my calendar.
Are Pat and I gonna go good cop, bad cop?
Robbed you for your ice
Where
cream
were you?
Good cop,
when
bad cop.
It was 7:30 on a Tuesday night on November 6th. Do you remember?
Where the fuck were you, cocksucker?
Waiting for the guest.
Why were you in my kitchen?
I was probably
fucking around in my drawers
up here.
and taking my ice cream scoop from me.
We could do this all night,
No,
boys.
I'm not fucking serious. Are you serious?
You fucking
November
dirtbags.
6th,
We could do this
I
all
thought
night.
It might have been
What'd you say?
So we do this. We're doing. Let's say we're fucking good cop, bad cop. We do this all night. You fucking dirtbags. Who's got the fucking
Dude,
ice
I
cream?
gotta tell you a story. So
It's not looking good, boys.
There's
20
there's
years
this
at
fucking
least.
gas station. There's a gas station that used to exist down the road on the viaduct, and there was a UDF, I believe, but some dude went in and stole.
No one knows what that is. No one knows
It's
what that
it's a gas station / dairy market. So someone was stealing fucking ice cream from this place, and yeah, they stole fucking ice cream. The cops were called, and the dude came back for a fucking spoon. And he pulled out a fucking gun when he saw the cops, and he tried shooting the cops, and the cops fucking killed him. Over fucking ice cream spoons.
Shot him over ice cream spoons?
Yeah, well, the guy came back for the ice cream, like spoons, like plastic spoons at this fucking gas station dairy market, and he pulled out a gun as soon as he saw the cops with the fucking ice cream still in his hand.
Dog, have you not heard of
fucking
playing
shot
it
at
cool?
the cops over the fucking spoon? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
It's pretty weird.
It was pretty weird, dude.
Gentlemen,
But seriously, like if I find out you took my ice cream scoop, Cody, you will be held to pay.
Dude,
I don't think you
we'll
guys
start a
really- that was
GoFundMe
really
and get
fucking
we'll get a
dumb, I
private
told you.
dick to look into it.
What, Joey?
I said we'll fucking start a GoFundMe, me and Patrick, and we'll get a private dick to look into it. And he'll sort through your trash,
Yeah.
everything, top to bottom, boys.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna get the answer that I'm looking
Where
for.
the fuck's the ice cream scooper?
But no, it wasn't that big of a deal. I was just joking around when I said that.
Oh my god.
Do you have any real shade
But
to throw at us?
seriously, like my ice cream scoop is missing, and if anyone sees an ice cream scoop laying around, it probably is mine. So call me, message me on Facebook, and we'll meet up, and I can get my ice cream scoop.
Now I'm curious,
That's
Pat.
what-
Do you have any actual shit to talk? Like, is there anything?
No, I have nothing. No
Come
shit
on,
to talk.
nothing. Luke,
No.
any shit that you want to talk right now?
Nope.
Hey,
whatever, nerds.
you guys don't want to talk some shit? Oh, that's a bummer. I was gonna say we should
Hey,
do.
I got
Joey.
We should
what
do
you
one.
got?
We should do one more segment. We could either do cunt or justified, where we'll look at two different cases involving poop, or we could go to we could see if you guys don't sound like you want to talk some
Talk
shit,
about the fucking
which is
scary-ass
literally
ocean?
the name of this segment. Want to talk some shit? Which
Oh.
will feature
I like the poop one.
The Want to Talk Some Shit will feature Irish Rape, Dad's Thanksgiving, and the quote-unquote best 10 comedy specials of 2018. Which I will just say, peeking into it will make you fucking mad. Okay, we want to talk some shit?
Yeah, let's talk some shit.
Yeah,
let's talk some fucking shit.
Is this how we're wrapping it up?
Yeah, we'll talk some shit. We'll look at one or two of these, and then because we're about an hour 49.
Yeah, we're about.
Pat's
got to go to bed soon.
Yeah,
I got to tuck him in and get him some more milk and stuff.
Thank you.
He won't be able to get any fucking ice cream. Sorry, I'm still.
Yeah, I really wish I could go to bed with some fucking ice cream, but someone stole my fucking ice cream scoop.
Man, that sucks because I have a brand new ice cream scoop.
I wonder when. Oh wow, I just happened to be missing one.
You're
lately.
like, funny thing. I left your house.
Scoop?
Yeah.
He's like, funny thing. We did that podcast that day. I left the house and I was like, God damn, I could really go for some ice cream. Oh, but I haven't a scoop. Let me just stop at my local store and purchase a brand new one.
No, this motherfucker. I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be a lick.
I just let ice cream get warm and start licking it out of the container.
Are your teeth sensitive like mine are? You
don't-
can't bite ice cream.
All these teeth right here are fake.
Like it's too cold.
Are you on acid, Luke?
Oh yeah, I've done it.
Am I what?
I mean, I got where you were going with that question, but just does anyone else's teeth like it just seemed like you were on acid? Like,
No, like
no, I know what you mean. The sensitive to temperature. Yeah, totally. All right, let's talk some shit, boys.
It's fucking miserable.
And they still want to talk shit.
What's up, nigga?
What's fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
You wanna talk some shit?
Wanna talk some shit?
You
wanna fuck with my money, huh?
Like I'm in the cockpit of a fighter, atomic fighter, dropping a bomb on you like the Gaza Strip. I am on fire. They say rap's just thugs and max. You still think it's all about the fucking guns that clap? Well, fuck it. Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Whatever, motherfucker. We ain't scared. It's whatever, motherfuckers. We ain't scared, so what? Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Bang out, niggas. Demonstrate my flow, so listen.
All right, boys. It's time to talk some fucking shit. We're all amped up.
Let's fucking talk some shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now,
What's our first topic?
this is time.com. I don't know necessarily if they're affiliated with Time Magazine or not, but this is being shared everywhere right now. This is the top 10 stand-up comedy specials of 2018. Now, I can tell you right now from the image, which shows Hannah Gadsby, Chris Rock, and Ali Wong, I'm already going to be pissed off at this list.
I like Ali Wong, but as far as Hannah Gadsby, fuck her special and Chris Rock special. Because Chris Rock special, I wanted to love it because I love Chris Rock.
Wasn't
Bigger
funny.
and Blacker, one of the best specials of all time ever. But that new special
Tambourine
that came
sucked
out
my
on Netflix,
ass.
Yeah, I agree, Joey. It was
You can
wacky.
because he specifically, you can just feel it through the whole time that he's only doing this because he just lost a bunch of money in a divorce and he needs money.
Phoning it in hard as fuck. It was so fucking bad. I hate
Why
it. I was like,
motherfucking white people gotta do
Dave
this?
Chappelle I was like, motherfucker, Dave Chappelle put out 4 specials in the last
that are
2
murder.
years. Yeah,
that are
granted, he recorded
murder.
some of them a couple of years ago, but 4 fucking specials in 2 years.
That are
and you put
murder.
out one.
They're all solid.
Dog shit.
Like, there's not even a weak Chappelle one, too. That's the point. Like, all 4 are fucking straight up hot fire. And I haven't heard Ali Wong's newest special, but I don't want to be a dick. I can only assume it has to do with being pregnant and anal.
I mean, I thought she was funny. I think Ali Wong's funny.
She's definitely she's way funnier than these two. I guarantee her special's funnier than both of theirs.
The first time that I saw her was before I even heard her on a podcast, before I saw any Netflix special. She was on Dave Attell's Underground, and she was one of the comics that came up with, like, Jermaine Fowler and fucking, like, Big J's on there. It was one of my first times being exposed to Big J.
Oh, shit.
There was so many, like, good-ass comedians, and she came on fucking killed it.
Yeah, I
Talked
liked her
about, like,
earlier specials.
sucking homeless dudes' dicks and shit. I was like, I'm in. And then she put out that Baby Cobra thing, which I thought was pretty funny. I haven't seen the newest one, but I don't.
Where she's
I don't
like
hate
pregnant
her.
again.
She's
No,
pretty good.
I think she's a good comedian. I just was saying that I don't know, just I haven't seen it. You know, I'm being ignorant. There. You got me said. I haven't seen her special, so I can't really talk to it. I don't have the highest hopes for it personally.
Right. And Hannah Gadsby's thing is, if she would have done that as a TED talk, I would have been fine. Like,
yes.
do your fucking TED talk.
We'll
get up there and tell everybody that's doing comedy that they have to stop doing comedy and
we'll
fucking
get to this
address
fucking
all the problems in the fucking world.
Cunt in a minute. Oh, dude, I'll fucking the engine's already revving for this bitch. First and foremost on the list,
people that like believe there's a line in comedy. There's things you can't joke about.
I guess there's some, but like
very few, and it all depends on circumstance.
100%. Like I don't think you should be at the 9/11 memorial and shit with people that lost their fucking kids,
or be on like the suicide hotline and making kill yourself jokes.
That's where that's like there's a place and time. But like if you're doing
if you come to a comedy show, come on.
Like, you should be able to attempt. It's the Patrice O'Neal thing. You should be able to attempt to be funny about any topic, and like I genuinely believe that because comedy's helped me get through some of the darkest moments of my entire life. And if it wasn't for me being able to laugh at like horrible shit that's happened in my life, I really feel like that shit could have power over me, and it can't because I can laugh about it.
Dude, when you you get to a point too where you can just like laugh shit off and not let it affect you, like it's so much. And I struggle with that still, like because I definitely have like not like an anger problem, like I'm going around punching holes in walls and stuff, but I definitely like almost in a Lewis-like sense, I just get very fucking worked up over shit, and so it's like. If I like when I know when I get to a place where I just like fucking water off a duck's back, just nothing phases me. Like you're gonna have so much more power over your life.
Right, and Hannah Gatsby's whole like we gotta stop everybody that's not fucking in on the like we gotta stop talking about this and this like is a fucking enemy to our cause and shit. Like our cause, what's the cause? Like to be funny is your fucking cause. You're a comedian, cocksucker.
Yeah,
like,
don't be funny first.
That's your only cause. The only thing that you should be standing for is like laughs and asses and seats. Like that's it. Like I don't. What the fuck
like
do you
Tim
mean
Dillon had a
for
joke
stuff?
about it where he was. I'm pretty sure it was Tim Dillon where he was saying like. Where is he? I think it was either like Philly or something like that. And he was just saying he was like the balls she has to go out there and be like, it's comedy. It's not about comedy first, and like essentially just like it's not jokes. He's like that takes so much balls. He's like I did a show in like I think he said Philly. He's like I did a show in Philly last week, and if I came out there and I don't even remember what the line he quoted, but he just quoted like a long line from the special that she said, just something that was very like humorless and just straight like she's just talking kind of thing. He's like if I did that. Like everyone in the audience in Philly, they would have rushed the stage and stabbed me to death, and they would have been right to do so. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just like that's the audacity, dude. If I went to a comedy show and I saw that shit, I would lose my fucking mind. And you hear all the things where she's like, "Oh, I was getting rape threats from people like on some of my tours." It's like. I mean, like you're kind of raping my ears and raping the sanctity of comedy right now for me. So like. I don't know, like
I feel like if she wants to have her thing where she gets up there and talks about like 3 or like what was it 2 or 3 different times that she'd been like assaulted and raped, I'm like fine, you should be able to have a platform to do that, like but like do it as a TED talk, don't fucking do it as a comedy special and then like halfway through the comedy special announce that it's not a comedy special and fucking like you're gonna make me sit through your super serious like super contrived like super fucking like. I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm trying to watch comedy. I'm trying to get away from my problems, not having you like shove problems in my fucking like. If you want to talk about that, you should have an outlet to talk about that.
100%.
I don't want to shit on her for wanting to.
There's definitely a place for her comedy.
Yeah,
but
I don't know that it's in a fucking comedy club.
Just like there's a place for all the
Netflix,
comedy that she's trying to fucking not allow. Like she's telling people you can't like. Nobody's telling you can't have a space for what you're doing. You're the one that's coming in and saying like, no, you guys aren't allowed to have anything. It's like, bitch, stay in your fucking lane.
Yep.
It's.
I wasn't like I wouldn't have been mad about any of it. Like whatever. It's just a fuck. Why do I give a shit? It's not my thing. Like she could do her own thing. If she hadn't made the points about fucking like everybody that's not like doing what I'm doing isn't doing fucking comedy. Everybody that doesn't have my same opinions is and like this. Like what are you talking about? You're saying people can't fucking disagree anymore? You're saying that like. Unless everybody gives you a dissertation or speech about how there's injustice in the world, then it can't be considered a comedy special. They're like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like, you're being so crazy right now. Like, what do you mean?
It's utterly psychotic. It's utterly psychotic. I can't even believe that shit. Woo-hoo.
Going so serious down this fucking thing. Let's go right into the list, though. We can skip over her once we're here.
Totally. Don't wait. Let's see. So number 10, John Mulaney, Kid Gorgeous. I'm not mad at that choice. I actually literally watched that last night. It was pretty solid. I thought it was like a little bit of a slow start, like the first 2 or 3 minutes, but then I mean I was laughing, man. He's funny.
Every time I've seen John Mulaney, he's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't see this special. I don't think I saw his last one, but I've seen him a couple times, and
Dude,
he's fine.
This is great. He does this one bit where he's like talking. He's like, I don't really talk about politics much, and then he starts talking about like the election and everything, but he's doing it like use it like through a really genius like metaphor that he said, where he's like he's not saying anything or any words that are about political, but you can tell the things that he's talking about in this story. You just know which parts are assigned to what thing, and it's really well done. I'm not mad at him being at 10, or even being on the list. I thought it was a solid special. We can talk after because I just know we're all gonna fucking disagree with this fucking dumb list, but let's go right on to fucking 9. Hari Kondabolu, warn your relatives. Now, I don't know about you guys. Never heard this motherfucker.
Never heard of him. And you know what? I've heard of fucking. I can name you 10 comedians that have been on Netflix this year that were hilarious. That should be on the like who the fuck is this guy? Nobody talks about this guy ever.
You know who this guy is? He's the guy that did the Problem with Apu documentary. That fucking cocksucker.
Oh well, then fuck this guy.
Right? That's the one where he's talking about
this guy right into the gutter till he's dead.
Yeah, he's the reason, and he's an Indian.
So the exact like the fucking the narrative that you're only allowed to have now. The only opinion you're allowed to have is everybody else's fucking opinion. Like I'm getting fucking tripped up on my words. Somebody save me.
I think what you're trying.
I had a point.
You're
like
it's a totally biased.
It's like Carlin once said. Carlin once said.
Yeah, the article is based on fucking like that opinion, like that.
Yeah.
Like that thing that you're not allowed to deviate from. Otherwise, you're automatically this, that, or the other. Insert whatever the fuck here. Like
that's like Carlin used to say. He's like my opinion. He's like my opinion is you should be able to go up to people and say, my opinion is that you have no right to your opinion. Shoot them in the face and walk away. Oh my God. Number 8. W. Kamau Bell, private school Negro. Now I have heard of Kamau Bell
before, and he's been funny before. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Now I must confess, haven't seen his. I have seen him be funny. I watched his show a bit, and I don't know, like there were moments where I kind of like.
I like that show.
Yeah, I watched it and I was kind of like, haha, like I laughed at it, but I struggle to remember any like moment from that show or any like thing that made me like fucking hard laugh. Like it just never.
The FX show, the one that was like the brick wall behind him, and he did interviews with people and shit.
Yeah, I think like it was like something with Kamau Bell.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, I saw that, and I watched like all of it that was on YouTube, and it was pretty good. And I saw him on Rogan; he was pretty funny there. And I saw like some stand up online. I've seen like I think I've seen a special from
definitely not terrible.
That was fine.
Definitely not terrible, and definitely someone I've heard of. So I respect that too. I still think when we get to the end and look at some of the specials that have come out that aren't on this fucking list, it's gonna be mind blowing that this motherfucker's even on this list. But still more acceptable to me than fucking Hari Kondabolu.
Than whoever the last dude is, yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna fucking love this one. Number 7. I'm gonna try to pronounce this correct. She's Spanish, so I'm gonna assume the J is a Y. Yanni Duenas Grandes Fracasos de Ayer y Hoy.
Never heard of this person.
What the fuck?
It says this Chilean comedian might be under the radar for many viewers. She shouldn't be. The Spanish title of her breakout special translates to Great Failures of Yesterday and Today, and it's a winning study on our darkest and most human insecurities. What? Is it funny? Though is it? That's the only part that I care
Using
about.
her recent 40th birthday as the turning point, she muses on sex and beauty standards. Quote, I have 2 options, Duenas jokes. Be a mother or be a drunk aunt. I still don't know which, end quote. The result is a set that is perceptive as it is fearless.
What?
That's the most hack shit I've ever heard.
Who writes about comedy like that? It was both perceptive as it was fearless. It's fucking funny or it's not funny, cocksucker.
I hear the crickets already.
So perceptive.
What a weird
Gross.
fucking
How
way
the
to
fuck are
describe
these
somebody's comedy special.
I
Like,
guarantee outside this article, never, ever, ever, ever would have heard or come across this lady. And I mean that as a good thing. I hope that I wish that I would have never found out about her still because who is she?
Christina Pajitsky's new special on this list? Oh, please tell me that her fucking special's on this list. That's one of the I gut laughed from beginning to fucking
she was
end.
fucking great.
Phenomenal. It was so good.
You know what else was
where
good?
the
Her
fuck is
Degenerate
on this
special
list?
too.
Her Degenerate special was fantastic.
All of the ones.
Her
I don't want to shit on her. I love her.
Diaz.
I'll give you
Joey
that,
Diaz
Cody.
was
I definitely
fairly-
thought hers was funnier than her Degenerate one. The Degenerate one was funny, but it definitely, in my opinion, wasn't her best.
Same. That's how I felt about it. Joey Diaz though nailed it. Big J killed it.
Oh my
Brad
God.
Williams killed it.
So good.
Yamanika Saunders killed it. Fucking Lisa Traeger killed it. Fucking everybody that was on Degenerates, amazing. Like
That was
it
a
so
fire
good.
lineup. That was unreal, that lineup. Number 6, Chris Rock, Tambourine. You're love this
we
text.
already talked about it. It's
Yeah,
garbage.
well, let me
It's
just
a
read
shit
you this
special.
text though, because this is gonna make you want to throw up in your fucking mouth. Chris Rock could have done the same thing forever, and people would have continued to tune in. But a decade after his last special, Kill the Messenger, the comedy titan, too much weed, evolves by getting confessional about starting over after divorce. His willingness to derail the laughs shows a newfound vulnerability, all before he brings the act safely back to a funny zone. Gay.
Yep.
Name.
It was a
Guys,
hard special
comedy
to listen to with
and
how
going
much
up and-
I like Chris Rock.
Dude,
I love Chris Rock,
I
and
do
I watched
too.
this like with a smile already on
Broke
my
my
face.
heart.
I'm like, Chris
Broke
Rock's
my
giving
heart.
us more material. This is gonna be fucking awesome. And then I just kept waiting, and then the smile slowly just fell off my goddamn face, like watching it. Then he got to that part where he was like, I tell my kids everything in the house is either hot, sharp, or white. Because either any of those things will kill you. And then like everybody's like looking at each other like, "This is the part where we laugh." And then like, and I was like,
2018 now, dude.
and then he kept doing the joke, and I was like, well, wait,
yeah.
hold on, maybe it'll get funny. And then he keeps doing it, and I'm like, there's nothing here. Like none of the points.
It's like
nothing that you're saying
mildly
is
funny the first time, but then it's like he's just harping on like the same things the whole special, and it's like it broke my heart to fucking watch. It was just fucking terrible.
It was just so like he didn't dig deep into any topic that he was talking about. It was just like the same shit that he was doing in '99. But now, like, it was funny in '99, man, because like nobody had seen that shit before. But now, 20 years later, you got to come at us with something like you got to evolve a little bit, my guy. Like, where the fuck is the evolution in your bit? What, you didn't dig any deeper in any of that? Like, I don't know. I'm not a comedian, so how can I sit here and shit all over him?
No, and that's the thing. Very important to note. We're just a bunch of fucking retard faggot morons on microphones. We're not funny and not comedians. So take this with a goddamn grain of salt, because we're just literally talking shit about arguably one of the best comedians of all time. But I'm allowed to think that his special's shitty. In fact, I'd almost argue we're better fans, because you see all these people that just like, I love everything that you do. And it's like, you love everything. There's not like a single thing that, like, nobody's perfect. Like, that's just...
Stanhope's hands down my favorite comedian of all time. Go watch Burning the Bridge to Nowhere in Oslo. It's one of the shittiest specials you'll ever watch ever. Like, horrible.
Terrible.
It's fucking terrible. All right, keep going.
Man, watching that special, if I'm being honest, kind of like I would have rather been trapped in the second World Trade Center building. Moving on, the next one, number 5. So I really had time to see everything coming and like understand and suffer. Number 5, Tig Notaro, Happy to Be Here. Now I will say I've heard of and seen Tig Notaro, never listened to, but this kind of looks like what is this, a poor man's Hannah Gadsby?
I'm not a fan of Tig Notaro by any means, and it'll make me sound terrible because of her background, but I don't care. I think her comedy is trash. It's terrible. She's like a really shitty open micer that found some good jokes when she got her diagnosis, and she's been coasting off of that success ever since. Her comedy since her recovery has been mediocre at best, in my opinion.
I have no idea who most of these people are.
So you're picking up on the theme.
I don't have much to include here.
But she got breast cancer, and then she did an entire special all about having breast cancer.
Wait, Patrick, you didn't know?
A lot of people who had cancer, so it created a whole movement, which was really great and cool. but that was like her career.
This
like,
list is making me think the number one's going to be Amy Schumer or some shit. I have no idea what this is. A shit list. I have no idea who these people are.
You don't know who Tig Notaro is? You don't know who Tig Notaro is? Her deadpan
Never.
style has already earned her legions of fans. But here,
I've only heard of Chris Rock.
Patrick, you mean you don't know who Hari Kondababalu is? How could you not know Hari Kondababalu?
I
Dude,
have no idea.
Tig is increasing her ambitions, Patrick. She gets mischievous. It's never been more fucking evident than when she stretches out her final prank to brilliant effect. It's a clever play on audience expectations, just like the entire special. You fucking plebe.
Fucking lame.
You know, my career came back, but you know what I sure hope doesn't? My
cancer.
Oh! I'm here all week.
Hot take. I hope her cancer does come back. Number 4, Cameron Esposito.
Oh.
With her Cameron Esposito with her special quote rape jokes.
Sure.
Now, intrigued,
right.
but
Stupid already.
Intrigued, but have a feeling it's not going to be good. Esposito channels the kind of righteous fury that can only come from someone who's been through hell and clawed her way back.
Shut up. She's totally capitalizing on like her being raped before.
Oh, of course.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's what. Wait, I almost felt like we were reading that like a coming this summer. Esposito, who's been through hell and clawed her way back. Her worthy mission to ensure victims of sexual assault are the storytellers never gets in the way of her ability to deliver one of the year's most hilarious specials.
Never heard of it.
That entire description, Joey, sounds like a pamphlet to like what Cody said earlier, a TED Talk, some sort of like fucking get together at this hall and let's talk about surviving.
A one-person monologue show is not
like
a comedy show. They're two different things. You fucking assholes.
And these people are. I haven't seen some of these people perform, so maybe they're good comedians. But I can almost guarantee they're dog shit comedians that have towed the exact line that is like being pushed everywhere right now. And because they have that exact perspective at this exact time, and they happen to be
like one-hit wonders,
they're able to have like
up.
100%. They're capitalizing on what's going on right now, and they're getting these fucking giant specials that, to be honest, like when's the fucking last time Dave Attell had a goddamn TV show or special? Why the fuck isn't Dave Attell putting out new specials? Oh, because Netflix doesn't give him crazy money because there's no draw for it because he's not towing that line. He's just trying to be funny. He doesn't have an agenda at any point. Dave Attell gets up there and tells fucking jokes. That's what he does.
Funny
like he doesn't
fucking jokes.
There's no agenda. You never know what he believes in. Never. And I'm not saying that like these people aren't allowed to have opinions or fucking, but like unless those opinions are hilarious, like after hilarious opinion after hilarious opinion in the form of fucking jokes, do it as a TED Talk. Don't fucking overburden my goddamn Netflix with shit that's labeled as a comedy special and it's just a fucking TED Talk.
When you know that there's so many more deserving comedians, and hey, maybe I'm not to say, I'm sure that these people, these people have sacrificed too. Like if you go into any art form, you've definitely sacrificed to some extent. But you're telling me like someone like what, like it took Big, I want to think I'm correct in this, like was it 17 years before Big J finally got his 1 hour like comedy special and on like Comedy Central or something, and then like Louis J. Gomez is just now doing his first one and he's just doing it all himself and good for him, but it's like why is comedy, he's fucking funny, why is Comedy Central not funding him? There's so many fucking funny comedians that I'm like, why are all these no-name fuck faces that their laughs are only good enough for hacky bullshit that'll make your parents giggle a little bit? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm a dark, depraved soul. I guess maybe we're just the odd people out here, but like my humor, it's not like it needs to be like edgelord, like, oh, disgusting filth, but like, I don't know, I'm a dark, twisted person, so like you can't just talk about like, oh, my fucking puppy did something silly the other day. Like I want to hear about Big J when he was like batting around the idea of fucking a tranny.
Well, dude, I could laugh at Tom Papa jokes all day. Clean, dirty. I don't even give a fuck
Same
if it's
with Jim
political.
Gaffigan.
Like, even if I don't agree with your politics, as long as it's funny, I don't give a fuck what
I
want to
laugh. I want to feel
as long as
good.
you make me laugh.
I don't want
give a
background
shit if I
noise.
completely disagree with everything. If it's funny, like it's just just the way that I look at comedy, and it infuriates me. Like when you see so many good comedians out there that are doing just podcasts and they don't have the money to fucking produce their own special, and they're decent draws and they don't get a fucking Netflix special, but this like barely open micer fucking comedian that just like happened to toe the exact perfect opinion line.
Yeah, it's a bunch of cocksucking assholes deciding what gets to be funny.
Yeah. I think that's what this list is.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm sure there's other websites that have other lists that we'll fucking disagree with all night.
Next.
Number 3. Ali
Pat
Wong.
doesn't listen to any fucking comedy, so he
I have to go to bed soon.
We'll speed through this list and wrap it up. Don't worry, buddy. Number 3, Ali Wong, Hard Knock Wife. I guess I don't have a problem with her being on the fucking list, but like number 3.
I've heard of her. I've heard of this person.
I just don't. Number 3 of all the specials, and again, don't like we'll name all the ones that they didn't fucking name, but like Jesus Christ. Number 2, Aparna Nancharla, The Stand-Ups.
I tried to watch this dog shit
I did
special.
too.
I did try to watch this because I was like, who the fuck is this? And I turned it on, hoping for the best, because sometimes I just turn comedy on. And it was the hardest fucking thing that I've ever tried to watch in my entire life. And I forced myself to watch like 15 minutes of it, but it was dog shit. Like,
and that's
I
the
can't even
problem. You
remember
should
the
never have
jokes.
to force yourself to watch it. It should draw you in.
Dude, I don't even know why I clicked on it. I was like, I'll give her a chance. Let's see if she's funny. And fuck no, she wasn't
What's she
fucking
talk
funny.
about?
It was like trending comedy shit. I
Yelp
don't even know what she
reviewers,
talked about. I just
emojis,
sat there
and dating
waiting.
app dynamics.
Oh my god.
Did you guys hear what
She
Trump
talked about-
said?
No, dude, she talked about how
country sucks, right?
No, dude, she talked about how she's an awkward fuck and she's got like anxiety, and then she got up there and was an awkward fuck and had anxiety, and that was her jokes. Was
She does a PowerPoint presentation too.
Lame as fuck.
And I was like, your jokes can't be that you're a fucking awkward person. They have to be about how you're an awkward person, and then you have to make them funny somehow. Like, you can't just get up there and be fucking a weirdo and like that's your comedy special. And that's what it felt like hers was to me.
That's what Chris Porter did for years.
I love Chris Porter. That
He
dude
just got up on stage and was being a weird fuck for like half
But
hour.
he's fucking funny and he's got
That's
jokes.
Yeah.
He's funny and he's got jokes is the difference.
She has a fucking
Dude.
PowerPoint presentation in her comedy act. What the fuck? Fuck that.
Ugh, gross. And
No,
finally,
goodbye.
And finally,
No.
the number 1 of the year. I'm gonna throw up my mouth. Hannah Gadsby's Nanette.
Kill yourself.
No idea who this is.
Good. I don't ever listen to this special, and your sweet, sweet virgin ears will never be defiled because it is utter horseshit. Where she literally says,
"Is it the worst one on the list?"
Yes. No, this is the best one. Apparently, this is the best one of the year. And
but in your opinion, it's the worst.
The worst. I will not. I will not show her the respect to refer to this as a comedy special because it's not. The fact that this cunt would dare utter the sentiment that comedy's not about being funny first. You're not a comedian then. Get the fuck out.
Of all the specials that came out this year, like I just off the top of my head, 2 from Chappelle this year. There was, and it came out on New Year's Day to start the year off. 2, neither of those in this fucking list. Rogan put out one of the fucking funniest things that I've seen in forever.
Yeah.
I don't think did Segura do one this
Yep.
year?
No.
he did a
Joey
good one.
Diaz Degenerates.
Christina
Johnny
Pajitsky.
Hitchcliff was hilarious. I saw him recently.
But he doesn't have a special on Netflix.
No, I'll tell you,
anymore.
it's real obvious. Dave Chappelle, Christina P., Mike Vecchione, Louis J. Gomez, which is coming out at the end of the year. I just saw it the other day. He's filming it. Dog.
Ron White has a phenomenal
Ron
special.
fucking
He
White.
talks about-
Ron fucking White. Burt Kreischer, Joe Rogan, Chris D'Elia, Tom Segura, and Joey Diaz and Big J's Degenerate Sets. None of those made the list. Joe Rogan didn't make the list.
And they're
Suck
all-
my dick, time.com.
Yep.
And every one of those is better than Hari blah 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 blah. Like I've never seen it. And I guarantee they're all better than that.
I wouldn't
because those
even
are,
wipe
like,
my
the
fucking
best
balls
that's
with
doing
Hari
comedy
blah,
Who's
blah,
right
watching
now.
this? Who the fuck is sitting around watching these no names that people
tried.
have never seen? Like
A
I
bunch
try all
of
the time.
uptight,
There's-
not funny white people. That's who's and a bunch of fucking like leftist people that are like, well, we got to make sure.
Grandparents?
Grandparents and a bunch of fucking pussy ass motherfuckers that want to tell you what can and can't be joked about. Suck a fat fucking dick.
1000%. I think that's a great way to wrap this up. 'Cause
Exactly.
Pat's got this tired look in his eye,
Let's
and I
do
gotta
it.
go warm some milk up, Joey. I gotta get his blankie ready.
I need to go sleep.
I'm gonna go fart in the bed real quick for him.
Let's do it,
just the way
gentlemen.
he
Let's wrap
likes.
this fucking bitch up.
Let's bring this motherfucker to a close.
All right, let's do plugs and then let's get the fuck out of here. What do we got to announce? Anything?
Not much.
The Olympdicks, watch that shit. Otherwise, you're not gonna know what the fuck we were talking about. Seriously, it is worth the watch, but man, it is.
It was a great time.
Shocking.
A lot of
Full
dick.
frontal male nudity. If
Yeah.
you guys like full frontal male nudity, get up on that shit.
If you like game show fetish gay porn videos, it would be right up your alley.
If you like hearing about how smelly Joey's nuts are.
Apparently, Joey has the smelliest nuts in the entire world.
I want to get
don't
a
know how
second
it's possible.
opinion. I want to get a second opinion from someone that doesn't want to fuck my competition.
Italiano friend and shit. Check out Between the Covers. God damn it, Joey's wife and friend review these romance novels and shred them. They come out every, what day is it, Joey?
Fridays. Every Friday at 8.
Every Friday at 8. Go check that shit out.
2019. Shit Talking Cunts, the Bastard Sermon, bringing to you the Bastard Network.
Oh shit!
It's happening.
Oh shit!
We're gonna have a whole lot of shows.
That's gonna be fucking awesome.
There's gonna be different topics, different subjects, different people, all different walks of life. Just bring your friends, invite them all. It's coming.
Check out the Bastard Sermon podcast group and the Shit Talking Cunts podcast group on Facebook to meet our community of degenerate fans and fucking weird meme posters. All right, at the Bastard Sermon on all social media except for Twitter, which is at Bastard Sermon.
Tell a friend.
Episodes up on Sunday on all major podcast apps and on Monday on YouTube if you want to see the full video and shit.
That's it for us.
Fuck yeah, gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching the Shit Talking Cunts podcast. Fucking always great to do a Swapcast with the boys of the Bastard Sermon podcast. If you want to find us, look us up at S.T.C podcast. That's the S.T.C podcast. Obviously, we can't call Shit Talking Cunts. What the fuck do you think this is? Find us on iTunes, on YouTube, on any major podcasting app, guys. Although Stitcher, I gotta talk to you guys about Stitcher at some point offline because it's only registering like 2 of my episodes for some goddamn reason. No idea. We'll get Stitcher figured out, guys.
Libsyn does it for us for free, so we probably have no idea how it works.
Everything else is good. Everything else is good to go. It's easy to find us, guys. Fucking share us. Invite people to the Facebook group if you're not a part of it because we do go live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Fucking don't miss it. Don't fucking miss it. Also, as they said, check out Between the Covers. Check out Scott Wharton while he's out touring, even though his pussy-ass bitch didn't show up for the Olympdicks. That's all right. We still love him. Also, big fucking shout out to Havoc Mead, our sponsors. They are incredible, guys. Best fucking mead. It's the shit Vikings drank, guys. When they went to rape and pillage, sail ships and pick flowers and stuff, they drank mead, and it's fucking tasty, guys. I've drank a lot of mead. They do not fuck around, and they're good-ass people. You can pick that up in Vermont, Massachusetts, or check around. They might ship to your location. Also, they're not an official sponsor, but I gotta give 2 shout-outs. I gotta give one to Smoked Honey, guys. The kings of the fucking oil pen game. Unreal. I get so goddamn high, and not only do I get high as fuck, I'm still with it. I'm still present in line, guys. I don't become a fucking stony baloney where I'm just useless. Fucking great. And also, recently tried Infinite CBD. Their nano energy shot. They have a detox. They have the CBD lotion, the freezing topical point cream. Guys, if anything's hurting on you, put this shit on it. Holy fuck, it's like a miracle cure. Those 2 guys aren't official sponsors, but I don't give a shit. Their stuff's so good, I'm gonna promote it anyway. And
I put that shit on my dick every morning.
Oh, dog, so good. And thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay cunty.
Peace.
Peace.